And then he said, tell me about this game show. And I broke down the whole game show to him. And he was like, yeah, because...
Is that the cooking joint?
He was like, we could shoot like, we could probably shoot eight episodes of that a day and shoot for like a week. And we got like, we got 40 episodes in the can. Then we could just, and you could go back on the road. He was like talking to himself almost like, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, we could really do that. And then, all of the sponsors is food based. So of course they would want to be involved. And yeah, we should really talk about this. We should really.
So you willing like to pair with other like show creators or other creators in that space with your game show, like or?
And what do you mean pair with? Like they changing my concept?
Not you change the concept, but maybe some people that could maybe get you on other doors.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know. Listen, everybody that has ever pitched a TV show or a movie or any type of idea, I know 100%. At some point, they met or sat down with somebody that had different views. And then it comes to like, okay, we got to shape it to cater to what your new ideas are, but still keep the integrity of what my vision was.
Right.
That's everybody. Right. I remember when Chrissy wrote CB. It was such a weird story. I remember when Chrissy wrote CB4. I kid you not, we had read 10 different versions of that script.
Wow.
He would come home like, yo, check this out, what y'all think? And we read that shit like, yo, this is fucking funny, man. Week later, like, yo, here's another version. We read that. Yo, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Then 1 week we might read it and go, I feel like the last one was funnier, man.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know, we was so green to the industry. We was like, so what was all that about after it was done? Because we was like talking to him about parts that weren't in it. Hey, that clip that we thought was so funny didn't make it. Yeah. And remember the thing, the scene with the girl that didn't make it. Yeah. So when I got kind of more knowledgeable about the industry, I was like, so what was that about? And he's like, yeah, because when people come in, producers and networks and execs, that's like, I'm gonna give you the money, or I'm gonna attach my production company. They might have a view, and you got to go, okay, I guess it's not the end of the world if I don't do that.
Unavoidable to some degree. Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
this shit is like dating, man. It's like, nigga, you might feel a certain way about a certain thing, but it's like, yo, I like her, so I got to kind of back up off of that, She might feel like, hey, he has to be this, like women especially. He got to be 6'4".
Yeah.
But homie's 6 feet, but he's super nice and has every other quality you want.
Right.
You got to back up off of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if realistically, but the fucking problem is women go, nah.
We don't want to do it.
You got every other quality, nigga, but you're not 6'4". Bye.
Yeah. True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, I have standards.
Yeah, and then her standards is her and her standards and at her 50th birthday. It's her and her standards at her 55th birthday.
She got another standard for her birthday.
What's up? Yeah, we just be talking, man. This is really the green room. We really treat this like the green room at the comedy club. First, I want to shout out the sponsor, Captain Kirsch Jamaican Rum Punch. I'm about to really jump on this right now. I was waiting for this all day. Had it in the fridge, getting cold. I'm about to enjoy this.
I think I might get one too.
In the building, my brother Trey, Elliot. What's good with you, boy?
What up, bro?
How's everything? How's the week going?
Good. Week is going good.
Tell us something eventful from your week.
Something eventful?
Yeah. I haven't seen you in like what?
Since
like 7-8 days, right?
Yeah, since last Thursday, man. This week, man, was just more so just keeping the mental health good, bro. That's it, man. Just
keeping the mental health good.
Yeah. Every day it's a mental, like I do like a mental health challenge, yo, and I think about what something good that had happened. And for me, it's just acknowledging your mental health and just keeping it steady and keeping it going, staying positive, man.
Right.
I had some auditions, you know what I mean, the end of last week, and so I'm not waiting to hear, but I'm just happy just to be back in that space.
Right.
You know what I mean, of being in front of the camera, getting my shots up, man. So yeah, we got Jacksonville coming up, you know what I mean, in a couple of days, so just getting my mind right with that, seeing what kind of new material I want to work on, so just in that space.
Okay. Fox, how's your week?
Man, hit the ground running, man.
Hit the ground running, nice, I like that.
Like, how you, for me, I audition a lot, so I'm like ready to audition on the road.
Right.
And I got an audition, so I had to make the decision, say, when is it due? Now I'll wait till I get home. I probably should have did it on the road, because I was so tired getting back home.
Right.
So I was in a rush. So, but I got that done today before I even came here. So so Cleveland was great, and looking forward to, I think Syracuse is after Jacksonville. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna keep the same clothes because it's warm and I know it's gonna be cold. Because it's like, okay, everything in the suitcase, wash it, put it right back in. Got the coat. Because that shit was cold,
it was brutal.
Yeah,
it was brutal.
Yeah, it was snowing,
Man,
right?
No, it was beyond snow.
It was
piles of snow.
Piles of snow, cold. You had your Timberlands. I had my little cool, cute Aldo shoes and shit.
I had to tell her on stage, your Timbs look like they fresh out the box. You ready for the snow? I said, nah, baby, these ain't for snow. These is for fashion.
Bad, right?
I don't want no snow.
These ain't snow boots.
These ain't snow boots. These are show boots.
These got the Louis
Show
Vuitton logo on the inside.
These are show boots.
That was a different kind of cold up there, bro.
Yeah, I'm used to the cold because I'm from back east, but when you're not back east for a very long time, that cold is brand new to you.
You don't miss it though?
Hell no.
You don't?
Listen. I don't mind the cold because it ain't like I'm standing outside with no shirt
Waiting on the bus.
Yeah, like, I'm literally out the car into the building or from the building to the car. So I'm not really standing outside in the cold. I don't like the snow. I hate the snow. What made me hate snow growing up in New York was people shovel it, just like push it to the side.
Right.
Then it just sits and gets dirty and mushy and slushy.
Yeah.
And then people piss in it.
Oh,
And then people walk their dogs and let their dogs. People don't curb their dogs in the wintertime in New York. So they just let your dogs walk and shit. So now it's shit and it's snow and it's slush and it's just like, it just looks disgusting and I hate it. I hate it. So whenever I'm not home, if it's cold, I can deal with that. When I go home and they say, yo, it's snowing, I want to turn around.
Yeah, it's not like white snow.
Yeah, it's not pretty
fluffy.
at all.
Yeah, it's
not pretty at all.
Or it's not snow in a nice neighborhood.
Right. Yeah. Hood snow look like hood snow.
Right.
Hood snow in the suburbs
Snow
don't
in the
just be white. It's just be
cul-de-sac.
white and fluffy.
I used to live.
Hood snow be fucking.
Oh no, you said you fucking.
No, you said you used to live in what?
I used to live in Illinois, in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and when it snowed out there, it was like fun for kids.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then when you grow up,
When it first snows, it's fun.
when it first snows, the sun, you slide, you get to slide the sleds, and then my parents would tie a rope. My dad would tie a rope around the sled and drag us and my brother and some kids. It's very dangerous.
Tie a rope to what?
To the sled. Oh, to a car. Sorry. My bad. It's like
Wait, he would drive the car and
he would
On
drive
the sled. He would tie the sled to the car.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Unless that rope slide up on the bus or something.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure other parents had injured kids, but we were safe. We thought we were going so fast.
Yo, the fact that you had a sled is
He said Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Well, we called it a sled. It was probably just a piece of wood.
that's what we had. We had cardboard. A cardboard box.
refrigerator box.
Oh, we were so little.
Go.
It was like a trash can lid. Just get on that right there and just hold on.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know this is not part 2 of an episode. This is its own episode. But I realized today when I walked in here that I wore this same shirt like 2 episodes ago, maybe 3 episodes ago. So I'm letting y'all know this is not part 2 of the episode. This is its own episode. But I do have my feet up here to let you know different footwear.
Oh, okay.
Footwear, okay? Check the Pumas out. Check the Pumas out.
The thing is, we got to have
great
clothes
disclaimer.
for so many different events.
Yeah, I say that so
shows, and
the sponsors, anybody got a clothing line with their shirts or whatever, hit us up, hit us some stuff.
no hater shall prosper. Send us some stuff. Mudbone, send us some stuff.
Every episode.
Yeah.
Levi,
Somebody
send me
was on the
something.
road. No hater shall prosper.
Somebody gave you this on the road?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Somebody gave me the city
I
on
didn't
the road.
give you one, you sucker.
And then the hats I be wearing, somebody they probably was like, yo, get us to Tone. I was like, Tone ain't gonna like that. But nah, but all you clothing line people, man,
Yeah, hit us up, man. Let's network. Let's
do it.
Let's get some business done.
Yeah, Aldo, Levi. I like what is that? Karl Lagerfeld. I like that.
You can keep the Aldo, but yeah.
He said you can keep that. I was suffering
Paul
in them
Smith, holla
shoes.
at me.
I was suffering in them shoes, boy.
Wait, you go shopping tomorrow. Where you going shopping? What stores are you hitting? If you going shopping tomorrow?
Where am I
Aldo,
going?
Levi, and
I'll go to Bloomingdale's
Okay.
and Wish. Yeah, but I'll make the rounds. I was like, I'll start at
you can go to
Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's if you want.
I know.
Yeah, I can go. I know, but I'm trying to upgrade. First it was Ross. That was 20 years ago. Then I like Macy's. That's my store. Now I'm like, okay, let me find Express and Banana Republic.
I'm Neiman Marcus. I'm Neiman's
Neiman.
and Nordstrom's and Macy's.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm like, yo, and Zara. Zara's my third. But it's like there's Neiman's, Nordstrom's, Zara, and then like Macy's if I'm just
Macy's
like,
under Zara? I like Macy's. I like Macy's a lot. I used to hit Macy's up a lot, but now that I go there, I realize like they kind of one of us is changing.
It's Macy's.
Like maybe it's me.
Macy's.
Maybe it's y'all Macy's, but y'all don't really have stuff for me anymore.
They
Like,
don't got no fly.
y'all don't match my fly no more.
Nah.
I don't.
So now I'm Bloomingdale's. I'm Bloomingdale's. I'm the Paul Smith store, and I'm Ted Baker store.
Okay.
Ted Baker and Paul Smith. Those are my guys.
So what brand? So okay. So
For T-shirts, I'll go to Expressman and just get like.
Oh yeah.
So when it come to brands, like if you like, yo, besides Paul Smith, like when you're in Bloomingdale's, what brands are you rocking right now?
Bloomingdale's, I hit that Bloomingdale's at Beverly Center. As soon as you walk in, it's I think it's G-Star to your right. I fuck with G-Star heavy. I got
too.
a lot of G-Star jeans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then across from that is Ted Vartos.
Vartos, Varatos, yeah.
And then Sandro, I fuck with Sandro a lot.
Okay.
Kooples, Kooples.
Okay.
Really dope stuff. A lot of dope stuff. A lot of dope stuff.
Man, that's I have never heard of any of that stuff. That shows you how much fashion since
You got to go to Bloomingdale's when they're having a sale. You get a bunch of like they'll be on some 70% off shit.
That's when you go.
Yeah.
Like when I buy all my purple jeans and all my, like a lot of times I get them shits on, I find them on sale.
Remember we was in Vegas and you said
Yes, it was like with the Saks.
Saks
It was
having
like
a sale.
75% off, bro.
Yo, we was in Vegas. He came back from the mall like, yo, Saks having a sale, 50% off. I'm like in the room just chilling like 50% off. Maybe I should just go over there real quick. Because we wasn't doing anything till that night. It was like the afternoon. I was like, yeah, let me just jump in an Uber, go to Saks real quick. Bruh, I filled my suitcase. I was like, wait, how much? Yo, give me that. Wait, that sweater's how much? Give me that.
Yeah.
A bunch of fly shit. Like I'm talking about wore it days later and people was like, yo, I said, all right, nigga, yeah.
Oh, that's
like it was
what's up.
real.
I had to learn how sales work, and you learn from women. Because here's the thing. When,
They know the
when,
sales.
When it's like, you see something on sale, and even when it's on sale, it'd be like $250. You be like, yo, but it's $250. Well, a woman taught me it's $250, but what was the original price? If the original price was like $700, this $250 is a good deal.
That's their logic for just buy it. Just buy it because it would have been, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like-
But I kind of took that off. Like, you know what? That makes, because you still want to feel like you're getting a good deal.
Yeah, you don't want to break the bank. Not if you don't have to. If it's on sale. Now Macy's is good for that. You know
What?
A sale is like, oh, this is 50%.
Yeah,
they do that a lot.
It's just they don't have the stuff I used to like that I like anymore. Like even they took it's not as much. They don't have much G-Star. It used to be a lot of Ted Baker there. I don't see it anymore. So I don't know if they're changing like.
It's you. It's a little bit of both.
I don't know if they're changing
your
the
taste
brand.
has probably changed, but
I think I'm not even trying to be funny, but I think my taste has gotten a little more expensive.
Yeah, not fat.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Taste has
But
got
my thing is my size. Like Zara, like I never went in there. They never have my size.
Zara's hit or miss.
I've always missed.
Yeah,
I've always missed. I don't have any Zara shit because they never have my size.
They definitely got your size.
I got a jacket.
I gotta go there when the truck gets there.
I got a jacket. No, you know what, bruh? You got to shop online. Go to Zara online.
Yeah, Skinny Kiwi saying that I get all my stuff online. He get all
Look,
this stuff. Yeah,
I got a jacket. One of the jackets I wore for my birthday weekend past summer. One of the parties we had, I forgot which one it was, but one of those nights I had a black and white, it was like a design jacket, and I got it from Zara. Saw it I was on like social media, and you know sometimes like advertisement come across your page, and I'm like, Zara, yo, that jacket's Zara, and I'm like, get out of here. Then I go to the Zara site. Because I'm like, I'm not actually gonna shop on social media. I was like on Instagram. I'm like, I'm gonna order it here. So I go to the page and I'm looking. And it's like, wait, that jacket's kind of fly.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, let me order this shit. See what it was like. Birthday weekend was coming up in like 2 weeks. I was like, I could rock that one of those nights. Let me see.
Right, might as well.
So I bought it. It wasn't expensive. Came to the crib, threw it on. Like, oh yeah, this is it. And then we accentuate it. We throw the jeans on and the fly kicks, and you get your shades and your chain, and throw the watch on, and it's like, okay, you would have no idea this was Zara.
Yeah.
Okay. When I finish with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like fashion is all about buying pieces.
But right. So then I come to the factory. I come to the Laugh Factory that night. For that first night was the comedy show. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And Sean Larkins has the same damn jacket. And I said, yo, you so lucky, bro, because I was gonna wear that tonight, but I decided to wear it tomorrow. He was like, yo, ain't this shit nice, man? I was like, bro, I got the same. So the next night at the birthday party, he was there with something totally different on. Like, yeah. He's like, yo, I liked what you did with it though. You fucked it up. Like you really, you made it. He's like, I just wore the jacket and was out there. He's like, nah, you made it a whole piece. You know what I'm saying?
Funny thing you say that is because Sean rocked this sweatshirt that I got. One of my favorite sweatshirts. I wore it the day you tape for the show when you tape your special.
Yeah.
I wore that. I got so many compliments. I see I see a couple of like a month later on Instagram a clip of Sean Larkin's got the same. I said, yeah, this nigga loves Zara.
Shout out Sean Larkins. That's the
horrible about that shit. Like I am basic black, basic blue. Like I need a fashion designer. Somebody help.
I got somebody that can help.
That's no, we're gonna do. We're gonna all pick a day where everybody free. We're not busy, and us three are gonna go shopping and see who likes what.
Okay, not P Diddy's shopping, right? Nigga, don't say we gonna go shopping, nigga.
P Daddy, no.
P Diddy, whatever his name is.
Gonna go to the store together, and you're gonna buy your shit. I'm gonna buy my shit. You're gonna buy your shit.
Because sometimes when I dress, like even when you talked about your birthday weekend, and you talk about that night, I wore some purple jeans, but they were very colorful, psychedelic. You know, like, so every now and again, I like to get like a standout piece that's like, yo, what are those? Or even, I don't know if I rock those or something. Like, sometimes I like to just rock some shit that's people like, yo, like, you know.
See, that's always been my problem.
People say, it works for you.
Yeah.
That's always been my problem, by one piece at a time, or like, oh, I like this piece. And like, I don't have it in my mind. It's like, okay, I know what I can rock with that. I need to see the whole outfit and get that whole outfit.
You look at mannequins.
Nah.
I look at mannequins.
That's me, like back in the day when I had just a regular job, I would shop like that. See it in the store, like niggas get that right there. Yeah. But you can't do it like that. You gotta get a piece.
I've been trying to improve, like, just the overall, like, I'm gonna buy this quality of stuff, or I'll buy an outfit, but like I need to see the outfit. I don't want to get.
You got to start with the jeans.
I mean, like this.
Buy different jeans, different textures, different designs and colors, and then you can just get a simple shirt.
Yeah.
Whatever I do it like this. Whatever is the standout piece, everything else could be simple.
Yep.
Right.
So if the jeans are colorful, and pop, your shirt could be simple, just a basic color, because that's gonna be like, look at me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or the shirt's boom.
Yeah.
The jeans can be simple.
Right. And then the shoes.
And the kicks as long as the kicks are clean, you could go easy white at all times is always good.
Yeah.
Like some ones. That's why people wear ones all the time. Like I look at what cats is wearing 99% of the time. Ones. Because the basic white go with everything.
Yeah, and it doesn't take over the rest of the outfit.
But a good shoe game too, when you switch your shoe game up.
If you're going hard bottoms or something like that, that's different.
Yeah, but like different sneakers, man. Like I like for kicks for people to be like, yo, like what are those? You know what I mean? So I like sometimes to rock kicks that too many people ain't maybe familiar with or they new. So it's all about feeling. Like, and as a comedian, I remember the era with the Kings of Comedy. Everybody had on their suits and shit, the Def Comedy Jam. But like, you don't want your outfit to outshine
your material,
but you still want to have a sense of when you walking in that room, motherfuckers be like, oh, that must be the one performing, because it's a swag.
That is
it's
true.
A fit.
Yeah.
It's a something
like
about you.
You look like the artist. Yeah, but that's like a whole fashion psychology. That's something that I never really developed. Let's say I can do this. My image, as far as what I'm wearing, that never really flourished as far as being.
My homegirl's a stylist. My homegirl Iman.
Stylist.
She's a stylist. If she's ever available when you going shopping, like she put that shit together, bro.
Yeah.
She'll be like, yo, like whenever I shoot something, anything I've ever shot, I send her. I lay that shit out like it's first day of school.
Yeah.
Take pictures and send it to her. Like, yo, I'm gonna rock these sneakers with this. And she's like, nah, change the sneakers. That's too much.
Yeah.
I would switch those jeans out for this. When I shot the special.
Yeah.
Send her the jacket.
Shit was fly.
She was like, yo, that jacket's hard. That shit hard.
Oh, yeah,
Basic black. I love it. And she's gonna look good when the lights hit it, because you're gonna have the cameras.
Had that sheen on it.
Glow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet. I was like, these black jeans, the waxed in them, or these with the cuts in them. She's like, nah, the cuts doing too much. Just keep the jeans simple, because the jacket, you want the jacket to be the star. All right, boom. Then I bought the what's the Nikes I had? I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, with the white. What's
the name of those?
I forgot. They were
super
dope.
expensive. This was a G. They was a G, and I showed her the outfit. She was like, "Yeah, that's it. That's your special right there." What you wearing for underneath? I said, "Just a black T-shirt." She was like, "Exactly."
Yeah,
because that jacket is everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So she puts that shit together. But I want to address something you said earlier, because it just took me. I had a flashback. So I'm online. First of all, I'm on a group chat,
Right.
with all my dudes back home.
Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 11 of us on the group chat, right? Everybody back home. So I'm my birthday's in June. Y'all know that. I'm just talking for the people that's viewing. And this year I said I wasn't going to do birthday weekend in LA. I wasn't going to do just parties, days of parties in LA. This year I'm going to do one event in LA, and then I'm going on a tour. I'm going to be like 2 days in DC, maybe 2 days in Dallas. I'm going to jump on a cruise for a few days. I'm going to fly to the Caribbean for a few days. I'm going to make a big thing of it.
Right.
Just enjoying my time and just, just enjoying my peace and my tranquility and my sanity. You know what I'm saying? So I post something on the group chat. I'm like, hey, brothers, I saw this resort in Jamaica. Yo, pull up this resort. Y'all check this out. I'm thinking I'm going to do a few days here for my birthday this summer. One dude, yo, that's fire, bro. Let me know the dates. I'm going to try to make that. My other brother, we all brothers. We all brothers.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm going to try to make that. Let me know the dates. Yo, bro, that shit look dope. You deserve it, bro. If I can make it, I'm going to be there. You know, wifey birthday around the same time, whatever. You know, we just all comment in the group chat.
Yeah.
One of my boys, oh man, I can't afford that shit. I can't afford such luxuries.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, we all friends talking.
Yeah.
Why you gotta act like a broke nigga on just the group chat?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you can't make it,
That's okay.
just say, yo, I can't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you gonna think about it, say I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Why you gotta, that shit, yo, it pissed me off to the point that I was like, yo, take me off this fucking group chat, man.
Yeah.
Like, take me, bro, why you just say,
Can't make it, yeah.
Look, then everybody started texting me like, yo, you good? Because I saw the group chat, you not, yo, I was just joking. I'm like, yeah, you was just joking, bro, but stop
Why are you
acting
saying
like,
it?
now this is a dude that has a big house, a couple of cars. Yo, stop thinking broke.
Right.
Stop thinking poor.
Broke
you
is a
clearly
state of
can
mind.
afford to do this. This is not expensive. It just looks so nice
Right.
that you automatically put a price tag in your head that was unreachable.
Yeah.
Right.
Had you done some research and read and looked at it and saw, oh, it's different prices for different rooms and different prices for different packages.
All inclusive.
You could have
baby.
absolutely, you could, I'm not could have, you can absolutely afford to do this.
Right.
It pissed me off, and it pisses me off when people think broke
Yeah.
and they act broke.
Yeah.
You can afford to do anything in the world if you budget your money correctly and
Yeah. Priorities.
prioritize what's important for a little bit just to save up for something that's 6 months away.
Right.
So, bro, that shit made me mad, man.
Well, the thing that when you say what you're saying, it's the fact that he said, because it was like, and I don't know which one said it or who said it, but it's like, I can't afford such luxuries. So it's kind of like a stab indirectly, like, you know, everybody ain't, you know,
Yeah.
I
don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you just flexed on me, make me feel bad about myself because I can't do what you do.
And it's like,
I mean, that's unfortunate, man. But you can't make somebody excited for you on certain things.
Oh, no, I learned that lesson a long time ago.
Yeah. They are not excited for you because they're not excited with themselves, or maybe they're going through something. You just never know.
but the ones who supposed to go are going to be there.
Yeah.
And the ones who there are the ones, you know, you're going to have a good time with, man. Like I learned, especially when it comes to trips, bro, you already know how that go. They got that meme. You send a group chat out about a group text out about a trip. 10 people like, yo, we going.
A week later, 8 people like, yo, let me see. A week after that, like, nah, son, I can't. A week after that, 2 motherfuckers like, yo, you still going? A week after that, you on that fucking plane by yourself.
Yeah, by yourself.
That's that group chat that I'm talking about is like that.
Yeah.
Not to that extent.
Yeah.
But
Something came up.
it's like, bro, I gave y'all ample time to, and it's not even like, look, you don't have to do it because I'm doing it. I'm just letting you know some fly shit that I'm about to do.
Right.
And if you want to be a part of it, that will make it better for me to be able to do it with my dudes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about cats I grew up with, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we was children together,
Right.
dreaming about being in this space that we in
yeah.
right now. So who would be better to go on a trip with than those guys?
Nah.
So to be like, it's like, bro, stop thinking.
Yeah.
Like elevate.
Yeah, broke is a state of mind. I say it all the
Elevate.
time.
And you just said, and this is okay. So I really like the flow of this episode because we don't really have a theme. It's just we just talking right now.
Right.
But you said something else that just that brought up a good idea. You said he didn't like the way I was flexing on him by saying I was doing something
Oh yeah, he felt it's like in
And
his
I'm not
mind,
saying that's the case. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying that's the case.
In his mind, sometimes people say things, but in their mind they are thinking something else, but they don't want to say that because it might be offensive. So he's not going to say, man, I kind of feel like you flexing on me like that. I can't do that. So why you got to rub it in my face?
No, but I'm not talking about that. But that brings me to my next question. Have you ever? And I do this all the time. I've done it a lot, and I probably will continue to do it. Have you ever really had to sit and think, damn, who can I share this good news with? Because everybody's not going to be excited about this. Guilty. Some people are going to be like underlying hate. There's going to be some underlying hate, or Guilty. They're not going to be happy about it like I need them to be. If you share good news with somebody, you want them to be just as excited, if not more. Yeah. And when it's like, oh, word, that's what's up. That makes you like, I don't even. Yeah. Bruh, I'm going to let y'all talk, but I swear, bruh.
It's one of those things. I mentioned it last a couple of weeks ago. Celebrating your small victories and celebrating yourself on an achievement. It's like, who can I share this with or celebrate this with? And hopefully, it's someone who believes in you and can be proud of what the work that you've done, even though that they're that's not for them, And sometimes I'm like, who am I gonna tell this with? Or who do I have? I said, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it because ain't nobody gonna celebrate this with me. I'm just gonna be happy within myself. And anybody that's in my peer group, I say, hey, I did this, because I don't really post my stuff out there. I had a commercial the other day. I have yet to post it. People,
the one you showed me.
I showed you, but I didn't like, hey, look what I did. I've never been that type of dude. People who know, they know,
Well, man, that's crazy because I got a good amount of core people that I will call and share all of my news with, and I could like genuinely say that they are very, very happy and they get just as excited. You know what I mean? And and that's one of the things I'm thankful for. That's why I always, if you hear me, you guys know me, I'm always bigging up a lot of my friends. I call them my brothers or a lot of my close people because they're the ones that's like, yo, like that's dope or congratulations. But I've had a few cousins in the crew. They're not immediate family. They like cousins that are attached that at one point I kind of felt a little like shade, you know what I mean? Yeah. But for the most part, yeah, man, like I got some core people, you know what I mean? A few people, my go-tos that like, guess what? And they always like, yo, that's dope. Yo.
And that's all you need. That's all you need.
Now, as I hear you saying that, I'm thinking, it can't all be in my head. I know it's not all in my head, but maybe some of it is me not sure about the relationship. I'm trying to be my own psychologist right now. Maybe some of it is me not being sure of the relationship I have with that person. Maybe I'm not entirely sure of how close we are. So now I'm thinking, can I share this with that person? I don't know.
I mean, that's not...
don't get me wrong. I have true, valuable friends, right? Valuable relationships with people. But even them, when good, everybody, I'm talking about everybody, is even you two guys. Sometimes good stuff happens, and I'm like, man, Fox probably busy. He ain't gonna. Trey, I don't even know if Trey's in town. Shit. Quan busy with the baby. She ain't got time for this. Like,
you know what? I thought,
and I'll be like, really? I after a while, I'll just go, fuck it. I'm just gonna say nothing.
So I was just gonna say, like, you. Now you didn't call us, but you sent the group text with BKA with the thing with Bentley.
Yeah.
So that's check it out. Like in the moment you're excited about it, and then like you're wanting to communicate and share that with somebody. That's cool, but I guess that's not a big public thing. So you already,
and it was also because I brought both of your names up, and he was familiar with both of you.
Right, and that's another motivation to do that. But sometimes those accomplishments and those victories aren't for public consumption, but it's something that you're working on.
Right.
So it's like that can mean the world. Like I just had this dope ass meeting.
But you still want to share it.
You do want to share it. Okay, here's an example. Man, I just had this dope ass network audition. And that can mean, I mean, I don't know what it's going to mean, but the fact that I got it, I'm excited about just that. That in itself isn't this big, grand accomplishment to somebody else. I'm like, should I tell such and such about this? I'm like, nah, because they're not going to, it doesn't mean as much to them as it does to me. And they may not understand me even celebrating something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So
I remember one night I was on chilling on the gram. I think you were in Oakland, and you were like, anybody up I could share this story with?
Me?
Yeah. And I was like, or where's my friends? I got any friends that are up right now?
What was the story?
And I was like,
real
I text you like, nigga, what's up?
What was the story?
And it was about what happened in Oakland when you was with Lunel, when you opened up the Lunel.
Oh
ship.
yeah,
Yo.
yeah. I don't know why.
And then you called me like one. I was like, nigga, I'm up.
You
like
was lit up
1:30
when
in
you
the
said
morning.
that.
Can I talk about that?
Yeah,
Okay, talk about that.
and it
Can I
was
talk about that?
Because it happened so quick.
This
is that
is
what it was?
okay. So this is sharing good news. This is absolutely sharing good news because it came out of nowhere. And you know what? One point, comics, young comics, old comics, all people, everybody watching. You never really realize the esteem, right? The regard that someone holds you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might think, oh, we cool. But that person might go, yo, I really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you might think like, yeah, we cool people. But they might be on the other side like, nah, that's my dude. That's my dog right there. I know we don't talk a lot, but that's my man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna shout some comics out now. I'm gonna give some comics they flowers. Like Des White.
Okay.
Des White?
Yeah. Des.
Me and Des White don't talk every day. Me and Des White rarely text each other. But as soon as I touch down in Texas, Houston, Dallas, Austin,
Yeah.
I get a text. Bro, what we on? Yo, you here? You know it. Pull up. Boom. Whole weekend, we out and about.
Yep.
Dinner, lunches, clubs, parties, food, whatever. Des my dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we hold each other in that same esteem, even though we like, oh, when he leaves, it's all good. But once we reconnect, it's like the next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Jay Phillips, like, don't talk every day, don't call each other a lot. In passing, boy, what up, fam? You good?
Yeah.
Yo, how's everything? You all right, my man. Yo, I see you doing your thing. Yo, you doing?
Yeah.
All right, until next time.
Jay's my guy. Yeah.
So I say all that to say, I believe I was in my house in LA, and my phone rings, and I'm gonna get whole story. Ready? Whole story. Phone rings. I look at the number. I don't recognize it. Fuck that phone. You know me. Fuck that phone. Then I get a text. Hey Tony, it's Lunel. How you doing? Give me a call when you get a second. Oh shit, Lunel. Another person. We don't talk a lot.
Right.
Rarely see each other. She touring. I'm touring. We ships in the night. You know what I'm saying? But when we see each other, an immense amount of love shown towards her, an immense amount of love that she reciprocates. And I call her like, hey, what's going on? Hey, Tony. And she's on 10.
Yeah.
Tony, I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm shooting my first comedy special. And Lunel's so dope.
Yeah.
And has been doing this for so long. I thought my first question was, you didn't do a special yet? And she's like, I know. I did a show. Dave Chappelle was there. He was like, we got to shoot your special. Where do you want to shoot it? And you know, I'm from Oakland, through and through, Oakland to the core. I said, we got to shoot that shit in Oakland. And Dave said, let's make it happen. And there's a spot, for the people that don't know, there's a spot in Oakland called Yoshi's that every comedian has performed. Every comedian from Oakland that's their home base. They still have shows there weekly. When I was there, they had Shantae Moore coming next week. They had Carl Thomas in 2 weeks, and they had a bunch of people coming through. So I'm like, Yoshi's is the spot. So Lunel tells me that she's shooting her special in the equivalent of the Apollo for me.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the equivalent of, what would
Like NJ Pack,
NJ Pack,
in Jersey.
Man, just on one of those late night talk shows.
Okay,
Yeah.
the equivalent of that,
Yeah.
right? And she says, Netflix gave me a budget, and I'm shooting my special, and it's gonna be so nice, and I got a little bit of money left over, and they said, well, you could pay somebody to open the show for you. And she said, I couldn't think of anybody else other than you.
Yeah.
Now my ego's like, you should have thought of somebody else because I'm about to blow your ass. That's my ego. But I was so excited that she thought that much of me.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was like, hell yes, I will be there. I would be. Thank you. I was like, I couldn't thank her enough. And then, like, you know me, y'all know. You tell me when and where, I don't need nothing else. I don't need no particular. I'll get my own flight. I'll pay for my own hotel. I'll be there the day and the time you say be there. Right. I'm not even worried about, like, if I don't hear from you. Hey, I didn't hear anything. Is everything cool? I'm not that person. Yo, dinner Thursday. Nigga, dinner Thursday. I'm at your house like you said dinner.
You said dinner. What's going on?
So I say all that to say I didn't hear from her for a few days. And then she hit me like, yeah, you know, the hotel's here and you said you're taking care of your flight. They'll send a car if you want. They'll pick you up. I'm like, nah, I don't need none of that. I'm self-sufficient. So I'm like, I'll be there. I'll check in the hotel. You tell me what time you need me at the venue. So I get in, check in. I'm chilling in the hotel. And she hits me like, I'll be at the venue at 8 o'clock. If you want to get there early, the show's not till 9. I was like, well, if you there at 8, I'm there at 8. And I pull up and she goes, okay, so just so you know, when I get there, Yoshi's has a very small backstage. They have one dressing room and another one's like a closet, really, really small. But they're going to use that for Video Village. Video Village, for people that don't know, is where the production sets up. Like if we're taping a TV show, there is a room that you don't see with all of the monitors and all of the guys with headphones on going, go to camera 3 and go to camera 2. That's Video Village, they call it. So they use one green room for Video Village, one for her dressing room. She was like, I don't have a dressing room for you backstage. But what I did was I rented a Sprinter van, and it's right outside the back door. Like as soon as you open the back door, it's right there. So you're not walking down the street and like that.
Right.
I said, no, I didn't even need that much. I could have sat in the room until it was time to shoot. I'm not here to upstage or make anybody's life difficult. I'm gonna do exactly what you say to do, what you need me to do, when you need me to do it, and I'm gonna turn this over to you. This is your show. I'm here to make sure you shine as bright as you possibly can. Right. So she's like, oh, that's why I love you. That's why I love you so much. And then it just started getting bigger and bigger. So now I'm there. I know very little about the production. All I got was a phone call from her. So then the stage manager comes like, okay, so you're going to come out. I'm going to introduce you from behind the curtain. Is that cool with you? I'm like, yeah, no problem, bro. I'm not trying to be on no stickler shit at all. It's her night. I'll introduce you. You go out. You do 10. You rap. You come off. I'll introduce Lunell's friend. Lunell had like a homegirl, that was a female comic that she wanted to put up. And I was like, she's going after me? Yeah, okay, so she'll go after you. Then Dave will come out when she comes off and he'll say a few words about Lunell. And then when Dave comes off, you go back out and you introduce Lunell. And I was like, okay. I'm like, so I'm going up, and then this female comic, then some guy named Dave. I'm like, no, Dave Chappelle. I'm like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle's here. Nigga, I'm like, that's how much I'm like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle's here? Yeah. Like, yeah, Dave's EP. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Dave Chappelle's here. Now, for the people that don't know, Dave Chappelle is my comedy idol. My brother is my comedy hero. Dave Chappelle's my comedy idol. So they 1 and 2. So now I'm like, holy shit. So now I'm thinking Dave Chappelle's going to see me do a really tight set. Maybe he'll be impressed. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. Right. So I go out first show. First of all, Oakland fucks with me. Yeah, I noticed. Like Oakland, shout out to Oakland. I super love y'all. Yeah. Every time I've ever performed in Oakland, they have come out in droves. Yes, sir. I say it all the time. Oakland is like the Brooklyn of the West Coast. There you go. It's the same energy. It's the same, like, if you from there, you got everything about you that says you're from there. Yeah. That's why I think I vibe so well with, I vibe very well with Oakland women. But I think that's because they look at their people and they go, we could see you from Oakland. Yeah. Like in Brooklyn, they go, son, you ain't from nowhere else but Brooklyn. We see it in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? So I go out that first show, smash, great set, audience is going crazy. I come off, I bring the young lady out. She performs. She comes off. Dave comes out, says a few words about Lunell, how dope it is to be shooting her special and producing her first special and how they doing it in Oakland. He comes off. I go back out like, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready? I'm like, yo, she could have shot her special anywhere in the world, but she's here tonight. Y'all give it up, Lunell. I walk off. She comes out, kills. So the next night, it's 2 nights, two shows, 2 nights. So the next night, Lunell calls me. She goes, hey, we're going to change it up a little bit tonight. And I'm like, I thought she was going to say do less time. She's like, no, do your thing. You do your thing. You was great. But this is going to be you than me. Right. And I'm like, okay, I kind of, all right. I can see why that was going to happen. I go out again. Boom. And then I come off, and Dave goes out and says a few words. And then Dave walks off, and they're like, "Nah, you're gonna introduce Lunel from the stage, from the curtain." Because
telling you?
Yeah, because it was like you had to walk off for her to come out and all that.
Yeah.
Just introduce her from behind the curtain. Introduce, she goes out, kills again. Even better the second night. And she finishes taping, and they go, when she walks off, you go out and end the show like, "Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out." Boom, boom, boom. So I'm standing at the side of the stage, waiting for her to rap, and then Dave comes and stands next to me. Right now, I know Dave.
Yeah.
We have conversations. We talk, not a lot, but we talk. I'm not like starstruck,
Right.
but I hold him in a very high regard comedically.
Yeah.
So to be in his presence and to be having a conversation with him is kind of like,
That's
oh
cool.
shit, this is pretty
It's
dope.
surreal.
You know what I'm saying? It's surreal, great word. So he stands backstage with me and he's like, "Hey man, you live in LA or you live in New York now?" And I'm like, both. I still got my spot in Brooklyn, but I live in LA. I'm in LA more. Yeah, because I be at the Comedy Cellar sometimes, and every time I'm there, I used to see you every night when I went to the Comedy Cellar. Every night I would see you there. Now I go there and I'm like, "Where the hell is Tony Rock at?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking cool, man, that he recognizes that, you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on the Westmore." And he's like, "All right, well, that's what's up, man." And then Lunel raps and comes off stage, and I go out to say, like, you know, give it up for her and Oakland, thanks for coming out, and we appreciate y'all. And Dave walks out and grabs the mic. "I just want to say it was amazing to have Lunel here in her hometown." And I'm thinking like Dave's gonna go on a rant. Like, you know, Dave don't do time. You can't tell Dave do 10 minutes. That's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You tell him do 20, he doing the hour. So I'm like, he might just go. So I start to turn and walk off. And he goes, hold up. And none of this would have been possible. You guys gotta give it up for motherfucking Tony Rock. And the room just explodes. And I'm like,
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
and somebody has a few pictures of this. I saw like people snapping pictures, but you know, I'm like looking at him and Lunel's comes out and it's us three on stage. And it was a fucking amazing moment
Yeah.
in my career.
Yes.
Why? Because I happen to be one of those comics. And I really wish more comics would just embrace this notion. Like, you gotta enjoy this, bro. And it sounds so simple, but stop looking at where you wanna be.
Yeah.
And enjoy right here, right now. And I've always been one of those comics that was like, yo, I'm here right now.
Right.
I'm not thinking about next year. Not right now. I'm not thinking about
right here.
a movie or a TV show. Not right now. Right now, I'm in this space and I'm standing on stage with Dave Chappelle and Lunel, who just murdered in her hometown. And they just said, "Give it up for me." And the room went crazy. And I'm like, yo, this is it right here, bro.
Yeah.
Right here, right now is it. This is the moment that you
Yeah.
And I came off and we went to eat after that. And then I got to the room that night and I was like, yo, it was fucking unbelievable.
On that high.
And then I had that thought, like, who the fuck can I call? Because nobody's gonna. I can't even share the good news with anybody.
That last part, you didn't say that last part. When you first told us about it, you just told us about
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I heard
know
the
that
whole
part.
because I was like, nigga.
Yep. And look, and I'm leaving, and she hands me a check, and I'm like, oh shit. And the check was oh shit.
Wow.
And I put it in my pocket, and I was like, and you know what's crazy? I was leaving when she handed me the check. I had actually forgotten that I was supposed to get paid. It was so
That's how
rewarding
high
as an experience. That would have been more than enough.
Right.
That would have been more than enough. But the fact she handed me a check made it better.
Much better.
The check made it much better.
I like
mean,
The cheddar makes it better.
It's good to have those moments, man, especially with people that are your idols in the sense of your art and what
Right,
you do.
right.
We all have, those, like, for me, I remember, my comedic idol would be Martin Lawrence. Because he was the one that kind of inspired me to want to do comedy, want to be funny. When I saw him, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So I remember when I first got to L.A., he was performing at the Comedy Store. And I remember I was like, yo, I gotta go see him. Like, oh shit. Like, I'm about to go see Martin. I remember I parked on one of the streets, That time you ain't paying a park. I ain't even out here 3 months. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to find. I still got clothes and shit in my car because I'm still, trying to move it into my spot.
Right.
And I see him on stage and I'm just like, I'm in awe. Like, damn, this is Martin. Like, this is the person that inspired me. And then we go out, he goes outside, and I see Bobby Brown, and him talking. Now, mind you, Thin Line Between Love and Hate is one of my favorite movies.
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, I got Darnell and T right in front of me, yo. So I'm going up there just like, yo, Darnell and T, like, oh, shit. Yeah. Chopping it up, talking, whatever. But I remember one time, just when I got cool with Kenny Wack and Larry Wack, who are like very Martin's core people, And this girl was like, yo, they about to go to Lola's. This is when Lola's was open. So come, you know what I mean? I can kind of introduce you. You won't look like you got to. I knew Kenny Wack at the time. So I said, bet, I'm going to Lola's. Went to Lola's, and I was like, yo, I gotta talk to Martin. And I gotta just talk to him on a level to where he can just understand where I'm coming from. Like, I just didn't want to seem like I'm you know what I mean? I didn't want to seem like I was fanatic, but inside I'm kind of like, yo. Because the first time I met him, I didn't make no impression. So I was like, yo. So I went to him. Kenny Wack was like, yo, how you doing, Martin? This is Trey Elliot, you know, young comedian in the game, whatever. You know, he lived in D.C. for some time. And I was like, yeah, man. I said a few names who he knew. He's like, oh, yeah, I used to be his roommate. We used to be roommates and stuff. And I was like, look, Martin, I just want to say this. I said, how you felt the first time you met Richard Pryor is the way I feel right now meeting you.
Nice.
And when I said that to him, I swear, you saw this whatever, he just was just like, yo, man. And he was like,
wait, what's whatever? What's
like you just saw his whole demeanor just kind of just
you said
humble.
something to touch
and he wasn't acting not humble, but you just saw his presence became more embracing.
Okay.
Like like I know exactly how I felt when that happened to me. So I can understand how you
he could tap into that emotion.
And he's in the fact that you're putting me on such high regards, because I put Richard on high regard. Yeah. Like, I know how you feel, my guy. And he went to Kenny. He was like, Kenny, get him in touch, and let's get him in touch with the producer for First Amendment, and we're gonna see about getting you on. He said that right then and there, but they didn't do another season. And whether or not he was just saying that or not, it's the fact that he knew how I felt, you know what I mean? And that was a moment for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like, yo, this is confirmation that I'm in the right place and this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And you got to appreciate those kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a similar moment when it was the first time I was ever on, like, a TV set, like a studio. Like, I got booked, and the role, like, it's happening, like, right now. I had to have my little part, and I suddenly realized who was on the show with me. And this is shout out to Bentley Kyle Evans, who thought of me and called me back from another role that I didn't get. And he said, "Oh wow!" So he gave the green light for me to come in just off the strength of that because he remembered me. So I was on set and I was like, man, everybody who I've watched on TV was in the scene. And I was like, I'm with all OGs. Dorian Wilson from the Parkers, Kim Coles from Living Single, Mark Curry from Hanging with Mr. Cooper, of course. So I'm like, all three sitcom legends, and I'm like, all right, I got to freaking bring it. So man, so I was like, I'm freaking doing this. It's like no new people, no new actors. Right. These are OGs. So I'm listening, paying attention. I'll do whatever you ask me to do. Mark was instrumental. Both Kim was very instrumental, and I'd known her before I did the show. But Dorian I had just met, and of course I knew Mark. But that was like, yo, I'm verified. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that just felt so good. And that's like a moment. Should I share it? I'll share that with you guys. You guys get it. But if I got that, if I didn't get the same response, like, yeah, man, I know what you mean. When you see people who you admire and now you working with them. Yeah. That right there is like, it's indescribable. It's like, what's going to be next? Because something's going to top that.
Right. That's, you know what? That's an interesting point. Like, things happen so great that you got to keep in mind, like, something's going to top this one day.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I called Boogie that night. I was like, nigga, because Boogie hadn't made it yet. He was like, yo, that's crazy. When I told him about Mark.
He hadn't made it to LA yet.
He didn't make it to LA yet. And he was just like, how crazy is, because me and Boog were both on our Martin shit. Like, yo, nigga, oh my God. You know what I mean? And it was just, so, yeah, man. You always got to have somebody, man, that you could call and tell some good news to, man.
Wait, no, we still gonna talk about that. We haven't really flushed that out yet. Yeah. But you said something interesting. That same feeling was me day one on the set of All of Us.
Yeah.
Everybody on the set I had seen on TV or on the big screen.
Right.
Everybody on the set, except for me.
Right.
So everybody on the set was famous except for me.
Right.
And the fucking producers were famous.
Debbie Allen.
Everybody
Yo,
is a legend.
listen, I walk into a set. Now, you just said 3 names. So picture Tony Rock 3 days from the hood.
Right.
I'm 3 days removed from the hood. I walk on a set. Dwayne Martin's there.
Right.
Lisa Ray is there.
Right.
Elise Neal is there.
Right.
Terry J. Vaughn is there. Kamani Griffin. Daddy Daycare. The director is Debbie Allen.
Oh, man.
No, the director is Stan Lathan,
Still, Stan Lathan. That's
who was later replaced by Debbie Allen.
Right.
And the EPs are Bitch Ass Will and Jada. So everybody's famous.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, everybody.
And I'm like this, like, yo, I still got like a Metro card in my pocket.
Wow.
Even the extras are famous.
The extras was
You
extra.
ate you an extra Family Matters.
Yo, so imagine that type of like, hold up. This is beyond surreal.
Man, it's one of those things where this is what we trained for.
But that's the thing. See, the audition process was like, I knew I belonged there because I remember seeing every fucking actor at that audition.
Wow.
Everybody and their mama was at that audition.
That's got to have you on like walking in and you walked out with the part and no one knows it yet.
Yo, it was famous black comedians at the audition that I thought like, oh shit.
Nigga walking in and saw Chris Spencer, Flex Alexander,
Yes.
Mark Curry.
Famous motherfuckers in the hallway like going over their lines. And I'm like,
Going over
oh
their
shit,
lines.
that son from the oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you go off somewhere? It's like I can't be around this.
Yeah, I always remove myself because then in an audition you got like different personalities, right?
Of course.
You got the one guy that's trying to be funny in the hallway for everybody else that's auditioning, but he's really the most nervous because he's trying to psych y'all out of y'all audition.
Yeah.
So always avoid that dude. You got the thespian, the black dude who's not really a black dude. So he's like trying to play the and then I don't know what you're saying. Why would you say that? It's like
The Shakespearean
It's like you got
dude,
no chance, bro. You got no chance.
Yeah.
So avoid that dude.
Yeah.
You got the niggas that are famous that kind of feel like they should just get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They should just. And then you got like the guys like me was just like, yo, just audition. Let's just see what we can do. You know?
So do you think that was part of the reason you booked it because you were so green at that point? So it was just kind of like,
No, I think I remember. Okay, so I remember. I'll give you the whole story. I'll go even further back. I'm at the Laugh Factory one night. I do a set. This was when the Laugh Factory. The Laugh Factory's still my house, but this was when I used to like literally live there. I would stay there all day until it was time to leave, and then go walk back down to Fairfax, walk back down to Pico. And I go on stage, and I had a decent set. And I come back upstairs, and I'm sitting upstairs like about to get a sandwich from next door and just chill because I got nothing to do. And Chris Spencer comes upstairs like, hey, you know who? What was her name? Damn, I'm not. What was her name? Monica Swan. You know who Monica Swan is? Nope. Casting director. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. She's downstairs. She wants to meet you. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Go downstairs. Hey, how you doing? Oh my God, that was great. Are you live here? And I'm like, nah, I'm here now for a little bit, but I'm from New York. Are you going out for anything? And I'm like, pilot season was like approaching.
Yeah.
People had probably already read for some stuff, but it wasn't like in full swing yet.
Right.
yeah.
Are you going out for anything? I think I got an audition like next week sometimes, but nothing. I haven't been going.
Bless you.
Sorry, y'all. I haven't been going out for anything, but I think I got an audition coming up like next week. Okay. She goes, wow, really? Well, I would like to have you come and read for something if you'd like to. And I said, sure. And she said, Will and Jada are producing a sitcom. And watching you on stage, I just thought you was perfect for this character. That is the casting director saying this.
Yeah.
So now to answer your question, do you think because I was so green? No. I think she already saw it I had a nod because of what I did on stage.
Yeah.
So I kind of had some points with her already.
She's familiar.
Now it's like, let's bring you in to see if you could still recreate that shit with scenes.
Right.
So I kind of had,
Yeah. Okay.
credit in her regard.
Yeah.
And I said, I bet. And she's like, well, they're not casting yet. It'll be like in another 2 weeks. But I want to get you the sides.
No.
That's the best thing that happened. Because she gave me the sides. I had 2 weeks to
prepare.
Nigga, I went and jumped on a plane and flew home to work with my acting teacher.
Right. Remember?
So I get home and I'm like, I got these sides and it's a week and I got time to prepare. And she reads it and goes, this is you. This is you.
Yeah.
So now we just gotta make sure you do you.
Right.
We're gonna work on you being you. We're not changing nothing.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make sure Tony is this guy.
Right.
And we worked. And I was in my head like, at the time, I was so green to acting classes and acting in general that I thought you got to keep working, keep going. So I was like, let's go. She was like, we'll do an hour and then, I'll let you go. And after the hour, I was like, no, let's do another hour. I'll pay for another hour. And she's like, you don't have to do that. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
You don't have to just keep beating yourself. You got it. Like, you don't have to just keep going over and over again just because. That's not how it works. I trust that you have it.
Question. How many times did she have you read it that you can remember?
I don't remember, but we worked for an entire hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had maybe 2 scenes.
2 scenes.
So let's say 3 pages each.
3 pages
2
each.
scenes, 6 pages.
So easily more than 10 times.
10. Maybe not 10.
Maybe really. Okay.
Yeah. I was already off page.
Okay.
I was already off page. I was already like, my paper's down.
That's
Let's
good.
go.
Okay.
So now, my thing is just me. I'm not telling y'all what to do. Actors out there, comics out there. I try to get off paper as quick as possible.
Right.
Because then I don't have to worry about the words. I could just worry about my actions. Like, hey, man, I thought you was going to.
Right.
Every take, hey, man, I thought you was going to.
Right.
Say, so I now worry about this. Because the word's already here.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I just got to make sure I'm not doing nothing crazy that doesn't fit with what I'm saying.
Right.
So we did that. Maybe 8.
Okay.
And I was like, let's do another hour. And she's like, it's not how it works.
Yeah, you
don't need to keep doing it.
Right.
Because then you're just going to you're going to over analyze it and get in your own head.
True.
You good. She's like, you good. And like, as a matter of fact, you don't need to meet with me again. Go back to LA.
she believes she
Take care.
knew you. Yeah.
Let me know what happens.
Yeah.
Like, have a great audition. Let me know what happens. And I fly back to LA. And I'm staying on Pico in Fairfax. And who took me to the audition? I think Andre. My management at the time, they had an assistant named Andre, whose house I was staying in. And he was like, you ready? He drove me to the audition. And I remember it was at Overbrook. And I swear, have you ever been to Overbrook offices?
I have.
I don't know if I haven't been in years. I haven't been in 20 years. But that day I walked in and it was the most beautiful women, the most beautiful black women that I had seen in California since I had been there.
Wow.
Man.
And not just 1 or 2. It was like one getting off the elevator, one walking upstairs, one coming out of the office, one handing another one paper. Hey, girl, make that phone call. And I was like, oh, shit.
It was a scene from Boomerang.
I thought, watch this. I thought, yo, my wife's in this building. That's how fine the women were in the building.
Yeah.
So I go in the elevator and go up. Doors open and it's a long hallway.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, from the elevator to the end of the hallway was every young black actor on the wall on this side, all the way down. Yo, that's the dude from, that's homie from, that's the dude. Oh shit, I saw this thing on TV last night. What the fuck? So I go, all right, and then you know who is in the middle of the hallway holding court. Y'all know who does that, who just is, you know. It's just, man, hey, yeah. And I'm like, okay, number one, get away from this nigga as quickly as possible. Because he's trying to get everybody off their square, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get away from him. That's when I saw the thespian. I was like, why would you? I don't know. I'm Dirk. I'm Dirk Black. I'm like, get away from this dude. So I just go find a quiet little corner. And I'm just like, I'm good. I worked on it.
Yeah.
I trust the process, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the girl comes out and she's like, Tony Rock. I walk and some couple comments I know, like, get him Rock. And I walk in the room and Monica Swan is there, and I immediately look at her, and that calms me down. She smiles at me, and I smile at her. How you doing? And then her assistant's there, who I knew. And it was probably one person from the studio because every callback it gets the room gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, right,
so it might be casting director, their assistant, one person from the studio. Then the callback is casting director, assistant, a writer, one person from the studio, one person from the network. Then the next one is callbacks. It gets bigger and bigger. More people bring their people in to see let's see if he can do it again. And at the first audition, I have to give him his respect because of the story I'm telling. Will is sitting right there. First audition.
Wow.
And I walk in, and my thing was, okay, I want to make everybody as easy as I am in this room. They nervous too. Monica Swan, job on the line.
Yeah.
She nervous too. Her assistant, I hope he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one thinks about it.
So I walk in and I go, man, before we start, can I just say there are some of the most beautiful women working in this building that I've ever seen. I said, it looks like a goddamn scene from Boomerang out there. And everybody bust out laughing, right? Everybody bust out laughing. So now they laughing.
Yeah.
And I go, listen, can we just agree? I said, can we just make a pact? Regardless of how this audition turns out, you guys let me come up here once a week just to hang out in the lobby. And they bust out laughing. And Will goes, I think we could do that. I think we could do that. And then he takes my headshot and looks at it, looks at the back with all my stuff I've done, and he goes, and he turns to the assistant. He goes, you know what? I'll read with him. And he takes the paper from her. So now it's me and Will matching wits.
Yeah.
Acting chops.
Yeah.
And he says the first line and I say my line. He says his line, I say my line. And he ad-libs and I ad-lib.
Right.
And he kind of riffs and I riff. And Monica's like, oh, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you do, I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he's like, all right. You wanna do the other scene? I said, yeah, let's do it. I take the paper and look at it, put it down. Dirk, what is that? And I'm like, well, first of all, Robert, hold up. You gotta understand. And I go, wait, boy? Like, it was like, boy, who you think you're talking to? I was like, boy?
Right.
What do you think you're talking to? Like, I made it my own thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Room explodes in laughter. And I'm like, thank you so much. And I'm like, Monica, thank you so much. Because she was the one that told me audition. So I'm leaving the room. And Will has my headshot in his hand. He goes, I look back as the door's closing. And he goes, Tony Rock. And like puts it down. And I walk out the room, walk to the elevator, going. I don't think about that shit no more. I go home. I'm like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I see Monica's assistant like at the comedy, so like the belly room, like maybe 2 nights later. Yo, you fucking kill that shit, yo.
You got ears.
I'm not even supposed to tell you how good it was. Like, yo, it was like 20 people before you was trash and like 10 motherfuckers after you was garbage. And we just kept like, yo, Tony Rock just bodied that shit. Like, why? And like people were so bad, they was like, yo, why can't anybody be Tony Rock? Like, where was Tony Rock at? Was that Tony Rock? That wasn't Tony Rock. Was that Tony? That was. And she's like, you got your phone call right for the callback. And I was like, nah, I got to check. And when I got to the house, the homie was like, yeah, they called. You got a call back. And I go back, and like I said, there's more people in the room.
Yeah.
And I go back again and can't call back. And the final callback, I go, and this is actually a pretty cool thing. I know I'm talking about a dude that our relationship has changed drastically since then, but this was a very cool thing. The final callback. This was network. So like, the whole fucking network's there. Yeah. The whole studio's there. Right. The writers are there. Everybody's like, yeah, nigga, prove me right. Like, everybody saying you the dude, let me see.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, everybody came out now. Everybody saying you the dude.
Right.
Let me see you be the dude.
Yeah.
So I get to the audition like 40 minutes early. Right? My audition is at 10. I get there like 9:15.
Good.
And when I get there, the only other person there is Will Smith. And maybe this will give you, let's put a button in that for a second. Maybe this will give you guys some insight into that whole Oscar shit.
Why you felt how you felt.
Right.
Maybe this will give people, smart people, dummies, I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all gonna believe and try to figure out whatever the fuck y'all trying to figure out and live based on what you think. But I'm trying to get people with some reasoning, insight into why it was so crazy.
Right.
So I get there early and he's there. And he comes out and sits in the hallway with me because there's nobody in the room. And we just talk about Philly cheesesteaks versus New York City slices and the Knicks versus the Sixers. And we talk about football and how you a Steelers fan and you from Brooklyn. And nigga, we just talk like two dudes on the subway. Right? Yo, where have you been since you've been in LA? And you got to go here and it's a dope restaurant. You should go here. And I don't know if that spot's still open, but I'll call my people and tell them to set you up there if you want to go. Bet.
Right.
This dude fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that I have known him since East Coast when he was friends with my brother.
Right.
Aside from that.
Okay. All right.
Right? When we used to drive to Philly and Chrissy be like, yo, I'm gonna call Will. We're gonna hang out with Will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now people are coming in like maybe 1 or 2 at a time and they saying good morning to him. And like Will's like, I'll be in a second. I'll be in a minute. So after like the 10th person, he's like, all right, let me get ready, man. You good? He's like, you nervous? And I'm like, a little bit.
Yeah.
And he goes, you ain't gotta be nervous, man. You the only person we brought back for this part. And walks in the room.
Wow.
You're the only person we brought back for this part.
Basically, you
So you would have to really go in here and fuck this up.
This is yours to mess up. Yep.
And when he says that, I'm like,
hell yeah.
Another one of those moments, like, who the fuck can I, like, I just got to take it from me because I can't call anybody to share it with. It's just it's right here, right now.
Right.
So I'm like, man, okay. And then people start walking in, and they pile in, and it's me and Turtle. The guy that ended up playing Turtle, he and I are in the hallway. And I'm like, yo, you good, man? He's like, yeah, what's your name? James. I'm like, Tony, man, nice to meet you. And they like come out and they go, okay, we're gonna go James first. And he goes in and reads his part. And he comes out, sits there. They go, Tony. I go in and read my part. And when I get in, Les Moonves, the head of CBS, is watching on a feed. So there's a camera on top of a TV. He's watching from like his office.
And you can see everything.
So you can see everything and hear everything. So Will stands there and goes, Les, this is Anthony, this is Tony Rock. He's playing Dirk. Boom, boom, boom. The scene is page whatever, and we're gonna go. And the casting director assistant reads with me. And boom. He's like, you wanna do scene 2? Boom. And the fucking phone rings. And I'm still in the room. And Will gets to the phone. Like one of the network people answers the phone. They go, Will. He answers the phone. He goes, yeah, I know.
You hear all of this.
And they go, Tony, you could go sit outside. And I go out and sit in the hallway. Me and Turtle sitting there. And they come out and they go, you guys signed your paperwork and all that? We're like, yeah, everything's signed. You free to go. We leave, and I'm like, yo, what's your name? James Nortlever. I was like, yo, man, I hope to see you next week or whenever we start filming the pilot, bro. Good luck to you, man. Be cool. Yeah, you too, bro. Take care. And I'm in the crib. I'm sleeping. Just so y'all know, my manager at the time, they had an assistant named Andre. Andre lived on Stanley and Pico.
Okay.
Right? 1 story, nice house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, nothing palatial by any means. He had a little guest house in the back. Like half the size of this room.
Right.
It had a TV. It had a reclining chair that kind of went, kind of almost like
airplane-ish.
Airplane, right.
Yeah, recliner.
And I lived in there. I would have to come in the house to use the bathroom and shower and everything. But it was my own space.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like, I had my cell phone plugged up.
Yep.
I had my little laptop. All right, I was good. I had a big ass TV. I was like, I'm good. I ain't have no chicks in LA at the time, so I was like, I ain't getting no pussy. So that's the last thing on my mind. Right? So I'm in that chair, slumped back. And Andre's like, yo, you got a phone call. I go get the phone. It's Richie, my manager from New York.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Pally? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, how you doing? Like, I'm good. What's going on? And he's like, can you hear the smile in my tone?
Smile.
And I said, yeah, you sound like you smiling. And Mark, the other manager that handled the West Coast, was on the phone as well. Hey, Tone. I'm like, what's going on? He said, or should I say Dirk?
Wow.
And I'm like, yo, I got that shit. He said, you knocked it out the park, Pally.
Yeah.
Like, she goes, you knocked it out the park, kid. You did it, kid. And I'm like, oh shit, yo, oh shit.
Yo.
Like I'm in a nigga's guest house, and now I'm like, I just booked a role on a television show.
Damn.
A regular character.
Yeah, and like every episode,
Yeah,
I'm on every
regular.
Yeah, so
regular.
we talked for a while, and Richie's just so excited, and Mark is so excited, and they're just like, oh, this is so great, and we got to do dinner, and we got to call this and that, and I'm like, hey guys, can I call you guys back? And like, yeah, what's going on? I'm like, I have to call my mother.
I have to call my mother.
And I call home like, yo. Like my mom's, I always say, my mother, she knows one of my favorite sayings back when I grew up on Decatur Street was, it's on. It's on.
Yeah.
And she answers, Mom. He said, hey, baby. And this might have been like 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, about 12:31. And Mom, hey, babe, what's going on? I told you, it's on. And she's like, oh, what's going on? I was like, I just booked a TV show. And she's like, This shit was crazy, bro.
I love it.
This shit was crazy.
That feeling, man.
That feeling, bro.
Just even hearing you tell a story made me feel some kind of. It made me feel like it happened to me. like that's how. Like I'm just like, yo.
And here's the crazy shit. Like when I booked Living Biblically, it was the same shit. That feeling don't go away.
Yeah.
Because you so up in the air, like you don't know what
audition for that.
You don't know what they saying.
Yeah.
You don't know what they might be in the room like, fuck that dude, you know?
Yo, I don't know if I told you, but you probably don't remember. But I was in the room. I was for Living Biblically. I went, did the audition. As I'm leaving out of the audition, I hear them say, and Tony Rock, whatever. I said, oh, this thing. Like, I literally heard them say your name as I'm walking out, talking about you. I'm like, oh, man, this motherfucker here, man.
That shit was dope. It was short-lived. It was only, I think, 13
But that was
episodes.
Jason Bateman.
Bruh. It was
CBS.
It was ABC, right?
It was CBS.
Yeah.
It was 13 episodes, but it was Johnny Galecki. Johnny Galecki that played the kid on Roseanne for all those years.
Right.
Yeah.
And played for years on
Big Bang.
Big Bang. Bruh. That shit was different, bruh. I was like, you could
CBS.
Different
you
meaning
could feel the difference in the expense of it all.
Oh, okay. How
You
much
could
money they
feel
get?
the difference in the money that was around it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, these are like all of us. Like I said, less movies is on it watching from a camera.
Right.
Living Biblically, that motherfucker was standing right there.
Yeah, he came in.
Yes, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It was different, bro.
Man,
I enjoyed both times. It was like that feeling was just
every time you tell stories like that, it's encouraging to people who are on the verge of doing that.
Right.
You know, and especially, younger actors, or it gives them perspective of what could happen.
Yeah.
It helps
Just
them
going as prepared as possible. I remember saying to myself, like, I know I'm not going to be the most famous person in this audition.
Yeah.
I might not be the favorite. I might not be the guy that because sometimes it'll be out to offer. Like they have an offer out to so-and-so just because. Like if Anthony Anderson wanted it, they'd be like, oh, it's going to him. It's going to him. There ain't nothing you can do about it. It's going to him.
Right.
So I didn't know if they had an offer out to anybody. I knew I wouldn't be the most famous person. I knew I wasn't the most recognizable at all. I'd been on maybe 2 or 3 things at that time.
Right.
But I know if I go in, me personally, I know if I go in as prepared as I possibly can be, it's hard to beat me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's in anything.
Yeah.
That's shooting free throws or
whatever.
Fishing or tiddlywinks, anything. If I'm as prepared as possible, I'm hard to beat.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people say in casting, like be the one to beat. Like that's your mindset has to be.
Yeah, no, I go in like I'm the guy, somebody else has to come and beat what I did.
Right.
My thing is what I like to try to do too is, which is exactly what you did, win the room over even before the audition start.
Yeah.
Get everybody, if you getting everybody laughing.
I think that's a great thing, but I think people do it
You
to
can't,
their
it got to be
detriment
natural.
also.
It has to be very, very natural.
There was probably some thick air that you cut through. It's like, I think people know when it's organic and you're just trying to be this thing that you're not trying.
And it was
to
my first time in that building ever. So it was like what I was saying, they could see like, oh, he's really blown away by this room.
Yeah.
This building. It was some of the most beautiful.
Because I say that because a lot of people want to work with you because they like you. Like being likable or being somebody like, yo, I could grab a beer with this dude after work.
Yep.
That even takes you a longer way than sometimes than to read, because they're like, yo, this guy was a pretty good reader, but he's an asshole. I wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? That's I'm telling you, man. Like that's how a lot of times some people think. So just by winning them over and being that cool homeboy type vibe without doing too much, but just being yourself. You know what I mean? Then that shit really, wins you over.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had one of those auditions where there is no lines? They just want you to recite something in your voice, improv, do whatever, and it's just just for them to get to know who is this guy that's going to be on set to do this one little thing.
So listen, I auditioned for Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay.
And twice.
Okay.
And people don't know when you do that audition, you actually read them with Larry David.
Okay.
So. But there are no sides. You go into the audition, the casting director or the casting associate comes out, hands you a piece of paper with a scenario. It says you have to improv this.
What was your scenario? What was both of your scenarios?
I can't remember the first one, but I remember the second one was Larry and this white lady there, Larry's trying to get this fur coat from this white lady. Like, she's saying, you're trying to steal my fur. No, Larry's trying to buy a fur coat, and the lady's trying to steal it because she's with Peter. And she's like, don't buy, and I'm the security guard.
Okay.
And now I have to go in and kind of diffuse the situation or whatever. And she was like, and when you do it, you can't talk about age. And you can't say anything. Another rule I had, I couldn't talk about Larry being old or whatever the shit was. But it was just like, oh shit, I'm reading with Larry David. like it was just
continue. What was the I want to hear this shit.
Yeah, so I'm just in there and they like, how you doing? Trey? I'm like, how you guys doing? Whatever. And so they was like, all right, Larry David is like, okay, so I'm just gonna start off here and just pretend like she's trying to grab the coat. And I was like, all right. So I was just walking. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And like, this is, he's like, this is my coat. She's trying to take my coat. She's like, you shouldn't be wearing fur. And I'm like, Larry, come on now. The coat will look much better on her than it'll look on you. You know what I mean? Or sir, the coat will look much better on her than it would on you. I'm just improv making up, saying shit. I mean, I didn't get a call back, but it was just cool, man, that I was just like, I just read Larry David. Like, I just had it on.
I never auditioned for Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I would love to now that I know that scenario. I would love to do some shit like that.
Yeah, it's just, I remember how they were saying JB Smoove, how he just kind of when he auditioned, I think it was for, Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was this wild, went under the table. JB just,
he
did all this crazy shit, and he booked it. So I was just like, I was just like, yo, Trey, don't do too much, but don't do too less. Just kind of play it how you feel like you want to play it. So whenever you guys get an audition for that, just know it's improv. But there's been a few times when I audition and I walk out the room like, yeah, I murdered it. And when I say that, I maybe 50-50, I get callbacks. There are times I walked in, I murdered it, I don't hear anything. There's times I went into the room and was like, and I get a callback. It is so weird. Like,
Yeah, I think sometimes I personally put too much stock into, I used to anyway, put too much stock into how they think I did rather than how do I feel I did. And that just comes back with, preparation. Right. Hey, I prepared, I read it, I was off book, know. And I think now the industry is that you don't have to worry about because you're doing self-tapes, you don't have to worry about getting away from these people. You do your own thing. And then that's one less thing you have to worry about, distractions. So, but
wait, 2 questions. So number 1, do you like self-tapes better?
I was about to ask that.
I'm learning.
Look, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, tell me what you think. I think that there's a small percentage of I would probably say it's 50-50.
Okay.
Right? Half like the self-tape. Half like to be in the room. I think people like the self-tape because it makes them less nervous than being in front of the casting director. It doesn't necessarily mean you put on a better performance, though. Mm-hmm. I think being in front of that person and them seeing, oh shit, this motherfucker could really act, does more benefit for the audition for you.
Yes.
That's my first question. Go.
Well, on that, the nervousness, if there is any at all, the concern, that goes when you click online and upload it. You have no idea if it's gonna get there, if they've already got their person. You just never know. Those little factors, somebody offer only, you don't know, but you taking the time to actually prepare and audition for something that you're not gonna get because there's some politics going on behind the scenes. Or if they even watched it. But when you're in the room, you're looking at the person. They're watching you.
Right.
So at least there's that. And then you walk out of the room and say, oh, I wonder what they thought. But that's the wrong thing to think anymore. Like, I don't do that anymore. I wonder what they think. Actually, I did good, man. I like that. I hit every line. It's like, and then you, like you say, just forget about it. Move on with your day. But the self-tape stuff, I'm learning to like it more and just trying to do it the right way that works for me.
Okay.
But there's always that, man, I turned it in right on time. Are they even going to watch it?
Oh, wait, can I? I still have 2 questions. I want to say something else. So when I'm on the road, sometimes I'll be on the road with you and you'll say, hey, I got an audition, man. I got to knock this audition out and send it in.
Yeah.
I've been on the road with you a couple of times and I've had an audition as well. and they'll say like it's due by Monday at 2:00.
Yeah.
And I know I won't be back in LA until let's say Monday at 3:00.
Yeah.
I still got to get home. So it's 3:45, 4, right? Gotta take off my fucking airplane clothes.
Yes, reset.
Maybe shower and get dressed. So about 5:00, I told management, I'm not sending in any more hotel self tapes just to beat a deadline. If they can't wait until I'm back home, ready to go and deliver a performance that could get me the part, then just pass. So the 2 times that I've been out with you and you said you had audition, I had an audition as well. That had to be in Monday at like
super
noon.
early. Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, it's not gonna get there at noon. If they cool with it, I'll do it. If they're not, I'll pass. Both times, just send it in when you get back.
One day Joe Fox will be able to make demands like that. they want me to turn that shit in on time.
Wait, my second question. Did either one of you get an audition for Beverly Hills Cop, the new Beverly Hills Cop?
No.
Nah.
I didn't.
I heard they was shooting. I didn't know what to what extent. But
I got an audition for it. I passed.
Really?
Why?
Because
the part was
it wasn't nothing. It wasn't no gay shit.
Well, the buffet plate was $12.50.
It was a scene with Eddie.
Okay.
But it was just one line.
Right.
It was like I was a hotel clerk.
Yeah.
And he walks in and I'm like, "Are you staying here?" And then him and the girl walk past and and I'm like, "Yo, it's Beverly Hills Cop. You got it's audition." I said, "Listen, man, the day that me and Eddie Murphy are in front of a camera together,
it's not
going mano y mano.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a scene, motherfucker. It ain't gonna be one line.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my one shot with Eddie on this one line.
Nah.
I need a page and a half. I need some dialogue. I need some jokes.
Yeah.
I need Dave Chappelle and Eddie and Nutty Professor. If I'm gonna do a scene with Eddie, I need fucking. I don't even need Chrissy in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Yeah.
Hey man, I get $50. I need fucking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Chappelle
I get $10 for cars.
I need Tone versus Eddie.
Yeah.
Not facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I need Tone and Eddie went
face to face. Yeah.
I was like, I'm passing. I'm not saying one line while
like
he walked
Al
past me.
Pacino and Jamie Foxx.
I didn't get that audition.
And granted, like they said, well, maybe they change it and give you more lines.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not risking it.
No.
And then next year when he does a movie, they go, oh, he read for the hotel attendant. Now we already saw him.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. See, no one thinks about that. See, that little piece right there is like, you want to be seen in this light.
I was told always make sure they see you how you see yourself.
Well, see, so that goes back to last week when you guys.
Wait, hold
like,
on. I'm going to address that.
Yeah.
I heard a statement one time from an actor that said, before he became big, I was always an A-list actor. You guys just didn't know it. And I'm like this. I'm a big deal in acting. I'm a star. I'm an acting star. You guys just didn't catch up to it yet.
There you go. I'm a star. You just can't see me shining.
Just not yet. Not yet.
There you go.
That don't mean it won't be tomorrow. That don't mean it won't be, but I'm not playing myself. Now, with regard to you, now go back to what you were saying.
So that and that's why, and then I'll answer the self-tape question better, but just to piggyback off of what you were saying, that's why when you guys were like in the last week, which will be the last episode that you
watch last week's episode and watch every other episode as well.
He's like, well, why was you asking if you would do it when I was talking about, Sam Jackson wants me to, like I got offered to do.
Well, let them know. You got to offer to do stand-in work.
Stand-in work with Sam for Sam Jackson, but it was for a commercial that Spike Lee was directing. And like I was said last week, Spike has the stand-ins reading the lines as if he's Sam, and I'm reading lines with Spike Lee, I'm reading lines with Jennifer Garner, I'm doing all this. But I didn't know all that prior. Right. But I was just like, I want to be looked at how I look at myself by my peers. Like, I never wanted somebody to be like, that's just a stand-in.
He's the best stand-in in the business.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, but then I had to tell myself, you're a dope-ass comedian and actor that's just doing stand-in, and if you go and there's potentially could be an opportunity for you to be able to showcase and finagle it. Like, nigga, you a hustler. You from, you know what I mean? You from Jersey. You know how to make other opportunities out of. You know how to make lemonade out of lemons and whatever the case may be. And then that's when I changed my that's when I changed my train of thought. But initially, that's why I was reaching out.
Okay, but I said to you, you got to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
You got to do that shit. Yeah. Because I'm never gonna I have my beliefs in certain things that I stand on, but I don't try to impose them on anybody else.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how, my dietary beliefs. I tell people all the time, I can't eat that, bro. It's against my dietary beliefs. Well, why you because that's that person. I'm never gonna be so imposing with my way of life and my thoughts that people are like,
don't have that around me.
He come with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't be that guy.
All right.
So with regards to that, I thought yes, I stand on that. Yes, I always want to be seen how I see myself. Yes. With you, I thought the opportunity to be around Spike, to be around Sam, was more beneficial than where you are right now than to say, yo, man, you shouldn't do that shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was trying to think for you. Like for Trey Elliot, okay, there's no TV show that you did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, the nigga from All of Us is a stand-in now? That's different.
Right.
Yo, the benefit of being around those two.
Yeah.
The money. Then you said he shoots in Atlanta. Your mama's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Anytime you get a chance to go home to mama, go home to mama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go home to mama. So I was like, yeah, you got to do that, bro.
Yeah.
I took my beliefs out of it.
Right.
I think for me, right?
Right.
But I also think for the team.
Yeah.
Right.
My beliefs on the team might differ from my own personal beliefs.
And I like that. Yeah.
For the team, I think for the team as well.
Yeah, and I like that, and I appreciate that. Because there would have been some people like, no, you know what I mean. So, and I was going to do it regardless, but I still was like, yo, let me get the opinions of my team.
And I've seen that a lot of times, especially in this business. I've seen, who, does warm-ups all the time. Every show does warm-ups, warm-ups.
Yeah.
And then goes in for the audition and like, the warm-up, dude?
Yeah.
Nah, yo, you can do warm-up when the show get picked up. You can do warm-up when the show goes.
Yeah, that's...
So he's already put himself in a box where it's like, we don't even see you as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work twice as hard to get people to not have that stigma of you. Like how they met you is like, that's their... and it's simple-minded of people sometimes. They can't see past how they met you. Yeah. What's the first impressions are everything?
Mm-hmm.
Or first...
Never get a second chance to make a first impression?
Yeah, sometimes it's... You have to be conscious of that. I think people who are unconscious of that's how people are acting, they gotta, they got work to do.
You said you were gonna. Go ahead. What you about to say? No, I'm gonna ask you a question, but go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, they have to be conscious. Yo, they met you like this.
Yeah, and
you need to change their perception.
And that's why. I mean, and I'm just saying.
Wait, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Wait, so you saying I'm about to shift this something else?
Okay.
So you think if a person meets you a certain way, they have to accept that way, or just acknowledge the fact that one day that person might not be the same. Like you might change. You're not just the person they met.
True. Let's say you're a painter. Right. It has an art gallery,
right?
But you met this guy. He's your barber, or
right.
He's like that. You have no idea he has this other thing, and he sells painting that you might be interested in. But if he just say, hey, as the barber, he hadn't really changed this perception. He goes, hey, man, I got some art you might want to think about buying. Right. And he's like, I don't know, I'm not really in the market for that. But if he knew you was some renowned artist, got an art gallery, something like that, you need to invite that man out. Say, I'm not only a bar, but you need to do the work. You can't just be trying to imposing your trinkets on a motherfucker.
Like, fortunately, for myself and even like for you, Fox, when you're in a position like that, like we are on one of the hottest tour, on the hottest tour.
Y'all are really playing yourself. You're really playing yourself. When
and we have a name out here, and I know for me, I'm one of the kings of networking. So it's a lot of people who I know or who know me or who see me get down, who see me perform. So even when I get in a situation like that, my swag and my demeanor, like, yo, like, hey, like, people could tell me like, this nigga do something else, or this nigga in the business. Like, and I made it my business to give that off, man. But to go back, I hated self tapes at first. Like, I don't like it because I always like the energy of being in the room. Mm-hmm. But then when we started doing self tapes, I was like, the convenience of it is better. Mm-hmm. You can work with your acting coach while you're doing the self tape, which is better. So you can get that. I do. Yeah. Shout out to Yaz.
Yes.
Yep. And so all that is good.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of wanting to go back in the room, bro. I kind of when I had when we had shot the podcast last Thursday, you know, I had just got back in town. I had to rush and do a callback for a commercial. Mm-hmm. And, you know, my flight was 3 hours late, so I'm running there. My callback was scheduled for 12:30. I didn't get there till 4:30. But the casting director who reached out to me, I was like, hey, I'm not going to get here until it's time. She was like, it's no problem. We'll wait for you. Cool. And I went in there, man, and the way I won the room over, like I kind of did, like I was like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm like fucking with spirit, you know what I mean? And my lines,
the truth.
My lines, I was doing my lines, and the cameraman fucked up something. So he's like, stop. But the line I did, I incorporated with spirit, just while the cameraman was trying to fix it.
Right.
And I just said it out loud. They just start dying. And I did it. He gave me a couple of directions, and I walked out like, yo, I missed that feeling walking into the room, winning the room. Mm-hmm. The casting director was like, oh my God. Mind you, I'm in the car changing.
Plus, some of us have a rapport with some of these casting directors.
Yeah.
Some of us are like I wouldn't say cool. I'm not cool with no casting director because they have too much, they hold too much weight. But some of them I have a rapport with, you know, we kind of cordial.
But you know, that's another sign of affirmation that this casting director has seen you before, and a lot of times they're calling you again. They're aware of you coming in, and you need to take that into the room.
I was told they have their favorites.
Yeah.
Like they can't play favorites, but they have their favorites.
Oh yeah, they have
Sometimes
their favorites.
Audition could come down and just like, I just like him more.
I just like him.
You might have had a better audition, but I just like him more.
Yep.
Robbie Reed. So shout out to Robbie. We all familiar with Robbie Reed.
Yep.
Yes. And Robbie Reed, good friend of mine. Like, we're very cool. And how it happened, just being in the right place at the right time, man. I was doing a show at Smiles. It was a bar called Smiles in Sherman Oaks, and this is where, like I said, Mekhi Phifer and Nolan would be there. You know, Robbie and him was, you know, she managed Mekhi at one point in time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And I did a set, and Mekhi was like, Robbie Reed wants to meet you and talk to you. And I didn't know who she was.
Yo, we got to get Mekhi on the show, yo.
I'll hit him.
I saw a scene. Yeah. I saw a scene yesterday from Soul Food that they had on social media, and it was like the scene where he found out that Nia
had the
and was wearing the bracelet, and it was like, yo, who's wrong, her or him? And it was like mad comments, and I was like,
wow.
I said, damn, like we got to get homie on the show, yo.
Yeah,
I saw that yesterday and thought about him. So Mekhi, we got to get you on the show, bro.
Yeah, yes, sir. And I didn't know who she was, so I met with her, and she was like, I really like, you know, you're very funny. I really like you know, your demeanor and all this. She said, I want to have a meeting with you. And mind you, I'm green to LA. And this is the time where I say every comedian in LA, they'll get that buzz. It's a time where everybody get a buzz, where everybody's talking about this comedian.
They heard your name more than once.
Yeah, and this was around that time where Bob was trying to, you know, sign me, and then Robbie was like, you know, so I had a meeting with Robbie at BET. I'm just like, oh shit, like this is cool, you know, and we became real cool, right? But I never read for. I never read for. They say Robbie is one of the toughest people to read for. Fast forward 12 years later.
Damn.
Probably about 12 years. This is. And me and Robbie cool. Text, hey.
4 presidents.
Yeah. we damn, you know, eat, you know, go to her house Thanksgiving. She'll call me, hey, I got some more pies, Trey, you can come get my, like, just cool. We real cool. So I got a read for Robbie. I said, hell yeah, I finally got a read for Robbie. I text her like, okay, finally. She laughing. I read the sides. Nigga, it's a sex scene. It starts off with me having sex with a chick, and then the lines go from there, but I have to act the sex scene kind of out. I can't ignore.
You got to.
Yeah, I don't got to thrust, but whatever choice I want to make with how I'm going to just show that I just got finished having sex.
Okay.
And I'm going to my scene. And I'm like, as cool as me and Robbie is, all these fucking, like all these years go by, the first scene I get, I got to go into like, I just got finished having sex. I'm like, this shit is fucking awkward as shit.
Why would that be awkward?
Nigga, like I've never, because I personally
But
knew her.
You can start right here. Action. Damn, girl.
Yeah,
but you was humping the air.
No. Like, no. I was engaged. I had words while I was having.
Oh, so you had to be.
Yeah, I had words while I was engaged.
You like this, you like that.
And why was it weird? Because Robbie became like my auntie mother. Like she was just cool. I was just like, yo, like I just rather had some regular shit. I'm at a cafe and I'm just talking about shit. Why the sides gotta be sex? I was like
I don't want you to see me like this.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Fuck that. Send me them sex scenes.
But the dope part, if I didn't know her, I'd have been like, oh yeah, let's do it. And so then I remember I was hosting. I was hosting this indie night. Dave Brown got an indie night. I was hosting, and Robbie was there. You know,
at the Chinese Theater.
Yeah, and I told that story in front of the whole crowd. I was like, shout out to Robbie Reed. I was like, yo, if y'all. I was like, she wanted to, giving her a prize, best casting director. I said, I've been knowing Robbie for years, and I just got my first audition was like a year ago. And I said, it was a damn sex scene. Yeah. And I tell the story, everybody laughing, she in there rolling. Yeah. But I read for Robbie maybe maybe 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, man.
I don't remember if maybe once.
I might have read one time.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I read for a role of George Clinton.
Maybe 2. I don't know.
And for that other role with the sex scene and one other thing.
You know, it's funny you said it, uncomfortable auditions. The first time I got Taft-Hartley'd. Mm-hmm. Taft-Hartley, that's a long story. Just means, you don't have to, you can skip the line as far as your eligibility for the union, the Screen Actors Guild. Anyway, it was a commercial audition, and and it was about relationships, and it was about awkward sexual moments. So they was pairing people up. They asked me to stay because they needed another black male to be with another black female.
Yeah.
And the
that was an awkward pairing.
Wait, hold on.
Black man with a black woman. Get the fuck out of here.
Here's why I say it was awkward. The awkward pairing was about the skit. Niggas. All right. Anyway, but there was women. I was like, who are they gonna pair me up with? So I'm nervous about this. So I'm like, I don't want to be. I don't want. I was judging people in my head. I don't want to be paired up with her. And then the chick that I won. Okay, they already went. They didn't call me in with her, and she leaves, and then they left these unattractive women that I probably wouldn't approach. Yeah. I was good. Fox was good.
The views of Joe Fox are not those of Tony Rock or Trey Elliot.
They just weren't attractive to me.
This is acting, bro.
This is acting. But I'm new. I'm green. I don't be act. I'm not there yet. I was
throwing the fucking porn star. Give me them goddamn sex.
I wasn't there yet. So in the commercials,
like Mr. Rock, please pull your pants up, Mr. Rock.
Cut. I need you to cut, sir. We need you to cut. Anyway, so in those commercials, they have all the sides, and you had that guy comes out. All right, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Okay, we have this. So I was dreading who I would have to be paired up with, because the ones that I wanted, they was already called in, and they're leaving. And they asked, can you stay a little while? We still have more to go. I'm like, all right. So these unattractive female, one was all right, but it was unsatisfying. But what they asked us to do, they pretend like you're making out, and it was like on a stool or a couch, ottoman, and pretend like you're making out, and you guys fall off, and you just can't get it right.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is gonna be easy because we're gonna fall off this thing. And it was an odd pairing. It was just odd. It was like this. God bless this woman, but I was just all up on her. I was like, oh, this is disgusting. I was disgusted.
But she was cool with it.
She was cool with it, but I don't know what she thought about me.
Fox.
I don't know what she's thinking about me, but come on, man. It was an odd look.
Yeah.
It was an odd look to me. And I don't think she didn't get the part. I got booked.
Oh, dope.
And what they didn't tell me was the wardrobe. You know how you go to the fitting? Mm-hmm. I said, all right, ready for my fitting. And they, oh, this is horrible. I'm bringing back, man. I'm getting triggered. My wardrobe was just my underwear.
Tidy whities or boxers?
I selected boxer briefs because that's what I normally wear.
Okay.
They tried to give me some colored Speedo looking things. I'm like, I'm not wearing those. Like, I'm just not gonna wear those.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing. They were like orange fluorescent something. I was like, I'm not doing. And they had them all. Had different ones. Hey, how about these? And how about they asked me my size and all that other shit. But it was cold out there. I was like, does anybody have a robe? I was like, my jacket.
Just boxers, nothing, no shirt, nothing,
nothing. That was boxers, like that was the wardrobe. No socks, nothing. Shirt off, man. I was so slovenly. I think I was horrible looking. I was not confident.
Yeah. So you hadn't worked out enough. You wasn't.
I didn't know I was getting the part. Didn't know I was getting the audition. I was not in shape.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in the crash services with my drawers on.
I was like, I need a. They got wherever they shot that. It was at someone's house. I think they got their robe. The man of that house. I was wearing their robe.
Wow.
Because I was like, this is cold, and I'm wearing a jacket. It was fucked up, but. That was the first scene. No shirt, just a look. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience.
Where's this commercial at?
I'm not going to say.
It got to be on YouTube. Joe Fox, no shirt.
Yeah, what's the product you selling?
It wasn't no product. It was informational. It was a what do you call it?
Infomercial.
Yeah, it was an infomercial. I ain't gonna say no.
Yo, look, I'm gonna tell you something. One time I was in acting class. Like this is back in New York because you said something about being awkward with the girl.
Yeah.
We in acting class one day, right? This is years and years ago.
Yeah.
And it was about, say, 15 people in the acting class. And there was this young lady, white girl. It was a sitcom workshop we were taking.
Right.
And this white young lady was, she just didn't have any emotion in any of her scenes. Every scene we would do, they would pair us up, like you said, like Tony, my acting teacher, Joanna Bexon, the best ever, would be like, okay, Tony, you and so-and-so do the scene. And we would have a few minutes to go over it, like any type of ad-libs we're gonna do, any type of like improv we're gonna do. All right, bet, let's go. Up next, boom, 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 Tony and so-and-so. Next is Trey and Fox and this young lady couldn't, she just had no personality in real life. She had no personality.
Right.
So it was very hard to get emotion out of her when we were acting.
Right.
And my acting teacher kept telling her to just relax, just be in the moment. Like, we're all here having a good time. Like, we're all here. And at this particular time, she was paired up with a black dude, another black dude, Randy, who we still cool with to this day. We still cool to this day. I see him in commercials every once in a while. And he and her are standing there, and she goes, my acting teacher goes, Tony, come here, help me. Calls me up, and I'm standing there. It's Randy, the young lady, and me. And Joanna whispers in my ear, when I say action, tickle her. When I say action, start tickling her. To Randy and me, not to her.
Right.
So Joanna goes, okay, guys, all right. We're gonna try the scene again. Tony's gonna help us out. And ready, action. And we start tickling her. White girl, I don't know, have no history with, didn't grow up with. Yo, this chick lost it.
Oh,
whoa.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We were just on the side, just right here on the side. Yeah. It didn't get crazy at all. She started grabbing her breasts and pulling her shirt. Yo, a whole room. Jaws on the floor. My acting teacher. Oh, wait. So, okay. Wait. Okay.
Damn.
Sorry. I was just trying something. No. I gotta go. And runs out the room.
Damn. Did she report you to the authorities?
Son, I was scared.
I know. I would have been too.
For months, I was like, I'm gonna get arrested.
Oh, wow.
Yo, so look, she runs out the room and she's just like, okay. Everybody good? Listen, I thought that was gonna bring her out and like make her just like.
Right.
What were the other classmates saying?
Everybody was like this.
Well, in shock.
We was in shock.
Damn.
She ran out the room, like grabbed her and ran out the room.
So, and she didn't come back?
Never came back.
Damn.
Never returned.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what that means, right?
No.
What it means is she was triggered.
Oh yeah. No, I thought you mean like she's gonna kill you one day.
Yeah, right.
That's what that means. You're gonna die.
Of course, she had some.
No, I mean,
She absolutely has some issues.
Oh yeah, she had
And
some issues. She may have.
You know, somebody like a therapist or somebody may have referred her, recommended her to try an acting class. Yeah, to open up.
Yeah, and she relived the situation.
Yeah, bro. Man, I'll never forget that. That was years and years and years ago, but I never forgot it because
Like I never tickled nobody.
I was traumatized from it because I was like, yo, I thought that was.
Yeah.
I thought it was an exercise because I was new to acting classes, so I thought, oh, this is an exercise that I guess they do in acting class. Yeah. She spat and ran out that room.
She didn't belong.
And Joanna had to calm her down. Not that we weren't calm, but she was just like, okay.
Because
like,
she was shocked.
She was like this.
Because she's the one that told you to do
it. Yeah.
So never heard from that girl again ever.
Never saw her again. I did. The workshop was like I think 8 weeks. So once it was over.
Man.
But and the cool thing about that workshop I remember is that Joanna is so dope. She works with so many really talented actors that she had scripts that we would use for acting class from actual TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay,
because she had actors that she would work with and they would get a show.
Right.
And their favorite to her was they would send her the scripts.
Okay, use it for.
So we had like whole scripts of like talk radio. I remember that sitcom Talk Radio.
Yeah, that's what
we had all this, the whole season of scripts, and some other TV shows. Oh, I have an actor that works on that. He would send us the whole script, send us everything. I thought that was pretty cool because we got to work with actual work that was well written, that made the cut.
That was on TV.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool that we got to do that.
I did this audition. It was a chemistry read. I had made it that far. It was for like All Black Network. You know what I mean? I think, matter of fact, Bentley got a few shows that's on the All Black.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I knew I killed the audition. I had did one of my bits because they was like, you can improvise too. And I did one of my, like a part of my bit, I did it as part of my lines. And that, it killed.
Okay.
You know, where I say, I can afford to get the one board, but I damn sure can't afford to get the both of them.
Yeah.
I did that as part of my life, kill, whatever. So I was like, I'm definitely get the call back. Got the call back, killed that. Then I got the chemistry read, first chemistry read. I'm like, all right, bet. So my homeboy had got the chemistry read too, and his girlfriend, who's an actress, had the chemistry read. Mind you, in this chemistry,
You got paired up with his girlfriend.
and it's a kissing scene. Mind you, it's all kind of bad ones in here. So I'm like, while we waiting.
Oh, his girlfriend not a bad one.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but you had to get.
So they're pairing everybody up. Okay, now you or her. So while we're in the hallway, I'm like, all right. So the first person, I'm like, yo. So we gotta do this. How comfortable are you? Are you good with it? First chick, let's go in. I'm like, bet. In audition, I'm like, all right, next. Second one, you cool? But we trying to get this. We try to get this part of doing.
Right.
I see my man, girl. I'm talking to both of them.
So you both
like,
y'all good? Are you
I'm
good?
like, bro, hey, I know y'all just had a baby. I know this is. I mean, but listen, man, if you ain't comfortable with it, let me know. We'll improvise. He was just like, man, go ahead. He was just like, I get it, right? Because he was in there, but he was like, yo, I understand. Go ahead and do it. I was looked at her. I was like, we good? She was like, yeah. She was ready. She's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Went in there. You know what I mean? Kissed her. Came out like, what up?
Yeah, sorry about that, bro.
But yeah, man. But that was cool.
That's a movie right there. That's a movie idea.
What is that?
Like a romantic comedy. Guy reads for a part, girl reads for a part. They kiss on the scene. Something happens. They both like, wow, that was fucking magic. He goes on to live his life. She goes on to live her life. But they can't get that kiss out their minds, and they end up back together. Like it's a movie. I always see the movie, bro. I'm always seeing the movie. I'm always seeing the movie.
It sounds like When Harry Met Sally.
Right, something like that. Yeah. She tells her girl like, "Oh my God, it was just the most amazing." He tells his boys like, "Yeah, this audition, so I had to kiss this chick, man." And
Yeah. Neither one of them got the part.
And then his boy's like, "Yo, you know what you gotta do? You gotta find that girl you kissed that day." He's like, "Man, she probably somewhere not thinking about me." Her girlfriend's like, "Girl, you know who the one that guy that kissed you that day?" It's like a modern day Cinderella or something like that. Like, you gotta find that person.
You on Actors Access? Who is that girl?
Yeah.
And try to find her agent on IMDb.
It's a movie, man. I'm trying to see the movie and everything, man. I'm about to go get my Martin Scorsese on. Yeah.
What was your most awkward audition where you looking like, I gotta do this? like what? You know what I mean?
I don't have awkward auditions because I'll just pass.
Okay.
I'll just pass. But damn,
I know what mine was.
go. I'll think. Go.
It was some mythical, like those mythical Mount Olympus Titan, whatever it was. Like it was. I couldn't quite understand the concept of it, but all I know is I had to sing some opera, and I'm like, I should have passed on this. Yeah. I just should have passed on this. I didn't get it, and I had to fake some Pavarotti shit.
I'm about to start passing on.
I had an audition not very long ago for a comic had a sitcom. And the sides, here's the crazy shit. I read it and I was like, yo, is this, I saw the name of the comic and I was like, is this the so-and-so that I think it is? Yeah. Wait, the comedian? Yeah. I know this dude. Oh shit, word? He got a sitcom deal? Bet. I'm gonna read for this. I read the sides. Not very funny. Yeah. It's like,
Like not very funny as like this is supposed to be funny.
Like reading it like this is the scene that we supposed to that's going to determine whether I get the part.
Right.
And I'm like, this shit ain't funny, bro. Like personally, I didn't feel it was funny. And I get there and he's there and I know him. And I'm like, oh shit, yo, congrats, bro, and everything. Yeah, man, how you been? And we start talking, catching up, And he's like, you ready? And I'm like, yeah, I got a question, bro. This line right here, I don't get this line. I don't get it. I say this when you say this, like, yeah, because you say that. Like trying to sell me.
And
I'm like,
didn't agree.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And we did the scene, and that line came, and he said his line, and I said that shit, and that shit was just, the room was like this.
Oh.
And I was like, maybe it's look. I was of the idea that maybe it is me. Yeah. Maybe I'm not selling this shit right because I'm like, I don't get it, and they seem to get it. So maybe it's just not for me. Because it was awkward because I knew homie. Yeah, and I wanted to have a good outing, a good showing in front of him.
Right.
Whether I get the part or not, I was like, I know this cat. He's a fellow comedian.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just didn't. It didn't move me. It wasn't. I didn't think it was funny to begin with. And then that line was just like, what? Yeah. So I walked out of there like, yeah, I shouldn't have did it.
Yeah. It's hard for me to say no sometimes on the auditions.
Yeah, because you like, where am I to be saying no to but certain shit you'll read and you just like.
But you know what
I say no when I feel like, and it's just me. Sometimes I feel like, yo, they just seeing me as a courtesy. So I'll give you an example. I'll read the breakdown and it'll say, short, fat, white guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, y'all just seeing me because the casting director's cool with my agent, probably.
Yeah. Or it's like, yo, we need to see X.
Or we have to see 30 people today, so throw some.
10 of them got to be black.
Yeah. So I'm like, I know I'm not in the running. I'm not in consideration, so I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste my time. More importantly, I don't want to waste my time. So I'm like, pass. That's one reason why I'll pass. Sometimes I read it and I go, yo, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling this.
Yeah.
It's not. It don't jump out at me. It's not like, yo, I'll pass.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to pass for me because I want to keep the reps up, and if it's a different part that I know I could probably do. Okay, a part that I could probably do, and I was like, let me see what it does. Maybe something will change, and I don't want to prejudge it.
Right.
But if I literally can't, like, I don't understand this, I don't like this, then I'll pass. Or if I just don't have time, that's when I'll pass.
No, if I go in, and if let's say somebody I know, y'all want you to come and read for my thing, my whatever, and I read it. Can I punch this up, bro? If you don't mind me punching this up, I'll definitely come in. But if this is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta feel that shit, bro. I gotta, like, going in an audition. It's so much on the line as an actor,
right?
For your career, for your finances, for your future, for your, what you get to do next.
Right.
Sometimes I don't want to waste the opportunity and give a bad showing, which might set me back.
Yeah, that's
the next thing.
That's the other thing. I'm not trying to go in there, be unprepared, don't understand, not enough time, and then in that casting one that she's seen you before, they're like, oh, it's not like him. Oh, I'm never gonna call him in again.
Right.
No.
I had one of them joints where you had to do that Jean-Claude Van Damme, no, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm in there in the room. I'm hearing all these white boy actors in there, and I'm waiting. No, no, And I'm like, shit, I'm next.
now that
And I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to do this shit.
that's what that can help you when you're in the room, the in person. You can see what everybody's doing, and then you can do the exact opposite.
No, I don't like being in the hallway when I hear. Can I hear them?
Yeah.
I don't like when they come out like and say this is all the waiting area and the room is right there.
Yeah.
And then you got to sit through the whole. I'm like, let me get the fuck out this hallway. I don't want to hear what he's doing.
I wanna hear him.
I want to be my own audition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, them walls is like Ritz crackers, man. You can hear everything through them shits, man. It's like I want to go outside, you know. But yeah, I do miss that because like, what is everybody doing? Because I don't want to do what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
So kind of like what you were saying, the first joke that you come up with, the first 3 jokes, whatever, I throw them shits away.
Oh, every time.
Sometimes you got to do that in auditions too and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what everybody else is
like
gonna do. And don't do that.
We can take it back to comedy for a second before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a perfect example. The joke I tell about the Alabama brawl.
Yeah.
Right?
No chair.
Everybody talks about the chair.
Yeah.
They carry a chair on stage. Right? We seen comments like, pull a chair out on stage. Like, all right, now don't start no shit. Yeah. Everybody was so focused and honed in on the chair. I wrote my bit. No chair. No chair whatsoever in it.
Yeah.
Even when people yell out like, yo, you didn't do the chair. I go, yeah, bro, I know I didn't do the chair.
Yeah.
That shit was better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is. But stand up, I write a joke. What's the chick? The chick running for president, Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Nigga, is that her name? Said America's never been racist.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, I gotta write a joke. I start writing. Okay, that first one's too easy. Gotta go. What else I got? Nah, that's too easy. So it's just like, yo, if America was a building, you know, you build a building, you pour the concrete for the foundation.
Outside the foundation.
The foundation is slavery. So how the fuck is America not racist when it's held up right now? This whole building is held up on slavery.
Yeah. This whole country.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? The whole building is built on slavery. Like, it's like, we don't give a fuck what's going on in the penthouse. Nigga, the basement is slavery.
The basement slavery, the rafters of slavery.
Yeah, and that's not, the basement is slavery. And that's not saying the 20th floor that nice either. You know what I'm saying? Niggas. So I try to write in that, like I try to go in a different direction than everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Nah, facts. Yeah.
America's how old? America's like 100 and something years old?
Oh no, America's
Since
1776. So that's you do the math, and that's 770.
Not 100. What did I say? 100.
Yeah, I'm about to say 100.
Like,
I'm like,
it's not as old as we think it is.
Yeah, it's not as old as you think it is. It's a very young country.
Since we got freed, even younger, right?
what we got freedom in
1886.
We're not free.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but you
On paper they think.
But I'm saying if you go by that 1865, so if you go by that, we even younger.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's a building, how big would that building be?
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to paint that picture.
it's a damn skyscraper.
But however big it is, the basement, the foundation of it, the concrete that was poured, the slab is built on slavery.
Freedom Tower is built on.
Yo, give them your social media. Let them know where you at. Talk to them.
Yo, comedian Trey Elliot, TreyElliot, but you see it right below. So make sure you follow me, you subscribe. Hey, I gotta give a big happy heavenly born day to my bro Kijo. It's January 23rd, 44th birthday, man. Love you. We miss you. Hey, live from the green room.
Easy.
Joe Fox, Joe Feezy, JoeFeezie. Add me to your page. Look forward to seeing you in Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, man. Liquor sponsor. Here's the logo right here.
Ding.
Here's where you can order some of Captain Kirk's Jamaican rum punch right here. Order right here. Here's my Facebook. Here's my Instagram.
This is actually going to appear.
It's going to appear. The magic of television, yo. I want to ask everybody that watches the show and views the show to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to check in, of course. That's
Please.
number one. Subscribe if you haven't. Number two. Number three, send your questions in. Tonight we were going to do the episode of the questions from you guys. So just send your questions in. We're going to have the questions episode coming up very soon.
Okay, yeah.
We have the Joe Fox dating episode coming up very soon. You guys, you better tune in for that one.
Yeah.
We have Dr. Bryant, the relationship expert, coming up very soon.
All right.
And we have the drunk episode coming up very soon.
Uh-oh.
We got those are our next 4 we got coming up for y'all.
And we got women. Oh, you said Dr. Bryant. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and we got with the female comics.
Yeah.
Female comics episode. That's 5 episodes we got coming up for y'all. Check us out, man. Fuck with us, man. We appreciate y'all. We created this to really just have a conversation and some dialogue. I created this for my therapy. This is my therapy session. They don't know it, but this has really helped me a lot. And we appreciate the support, man. Come and see us when we're on tour. It is the hottest comedy tour going today. I stand on that. The Rock the Mic comedy tour. Live from the green room. Rock the world forever. Charleston, I love you.
Peace.